Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
What up, everybody? This is Busby.
And over here is JC No
Hunnits and Martine.
Yo, what's so good?
And this is episode 108
108
of the iLLogical Sense podcast. How the fuck are y'all doing?
Chilling.
Man, I'm tired as fuck, bruh.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's been a long 3-day weekend.
Yeah, Larissa and I had a watch Netflix and get fat weekend.
Nice.
Good as fuck. She saw Black Dynamite for the first time.
Dynamite.
So I've been messing with her. Like every time we'll get into like a little back and forth. I'm like, look here, baby. You can either choose to forgive me or not forgive me. You don't pay me, no, never mind.
Did she hella laugh at that part where he just starts spazzing out? That part where he's just like, I knew it was you, listen.
Yeah.
I rewinded that part so many times.
The part she was crying at was when they were at the restaurant, and then Tommy Davidson's like, you know what else is bad? The service. Bitch, do you see us sitting here?
That's such a classic movie, man. Such a classic movie, man.
Yeah.
I went and saw that Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper movie, A Star Is Born.
Nice.
I'm telling y'all right now, that is going to get a whole lot of Oscars. It's going to get nominated for Best Picture, Best Director. Bradley Cooper directed it, too.
It looked that way just from the trailer.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper directed the shit, too. And who else was in it? Bradley Cooper is going to get Best Picture, Best Director, Best cinematography, actress. Lady Gaga did a great job. Best original screenplay. It's gonna get a lot of buzz.
Look,
So
man,
you win everything.
Yeah,
maybe.
Look, you mix Bradley Cooper with a film dealing with country music and have a love story.
It wasn't
in the midst
just
of it.
country music.
No, but what I'm saying
yeah.
is just the ingredients.
Yeah, the ingredients.
Yeah.
In the words of Jay Prince, ingredients is just out of. What did he say? The ingredients is what? When it came to that shit.
I don't know.
Whatever. You know what the fuck we mean.
I didn't get the book yet.
Yeah. Yes, whatever. But yeah, I get to that. I get to the movie later. But yeah, shit happened, like always.
Yeah,
As
usual.
As
Per usual.
Shit always happens when we log off. When we post the podcast, shit always just pops off, and it just started out great. Lana Del Rey wants that smoke.
Man.
I never thought a hippie ass alternative singer. I kind of like her music, but she wants to smoke with who else? Azealia Banks. What's your opinion on her? Azealia Banks, that blonde.
Everybody knows how I feel about her.
Yeah, same here.
Fucking trash ass person.
Yeah, music or not, just like her music is actually quite good, but it's just like she's so trash as a person, mentally just unstable.
I would never know. I've never heard of music.
But the thing that goes back to that is, I used to say the same thing. Her music's actually dope. Now I can't even remember what her music sounds like.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Like, literally.
Yeah.
Because it's just sad and just. Anyway, I don't know how this shit broke down. I just went on Twitter and I just saw Lana Del Rey just saying, "You know the Addy," and I was like, "Oh."
Before we jump there, I'm glad you brought that one up because you don't want to jump forward.
No, I'm just saying how it started.
Well, no, how it started comes from what we spoke on the last episode, which was when Lana Del Rey spoke out against Kanye West. I don't know if it was last episode or the episode before.
I was about to say, we didn't talk about that.
But either way, we touched on it a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this stems back to that. Azealia Banks basically was saying that because Lana Del Rey is the quote-unquote typical white woman in terms of having, coming from pretty much a silver spoon.
Silver spoon in her mouth, just white privilege, pretty much.
Which, if you know Lana Del Rey's story, that's far from the case.
Isn't she like trailer trash? Came from
for
trailer
lack of
trash?
better words, yeah.
No disrespect, but she actually kind of looks that way.
Right,
like she came from it.
Yeah, so she was saying, if you're gonna say this, you should be against siding with A$AP Rocky, who you did a song with.
Just a whole bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, just talking out her ass like, as per usual.
As usual. That's why I ignore her.
So This took place back on September 30th, so I didn't even know this was going on.
I don't follow her, and I didn't even know she was back on Twitter like that. It's not even. I didn't even know her shit was not even verified.
Well, this is an account that. Do you know she's selling soap now?
Yeah, someone told me that.
Like, this is the account that sells soap.
Wow. Wow.
Should have crickets. See, someone told me that the other day, and they said, "You gotta respect her hustle." What?
She's selling soap.
Respect her hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So all this took place back September 30th. I don't know what triggered Lana to then respond back this past Tuesday.
Something probably happened behind the scenes that made her just be like maybe something happened where she texted her, she said some shit, DM'd her some shit, and then she wasn't responding to her phone call. She was like, okay, let me get your attention this way.
Right. So as you said earlier, whatever triggered her this past week, she just says, you know what, that's fine. You know the addy. Pull up anytime. Say it to my face. But if I were you, I wouldn't.
I was like, that's the first thing I saw. I was like, whoa.
Damn.
Who's she talking? I was like, who's she talking about? I was like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And then I was like, because I pressed the @ and I was like, who is this? And then I kept scrolling. I was like, Azealia Banks. Ooh, Lana Del Rey.
It's the next one that had me like, oh shit, son. Which was, I won't not fuck you the fuck up. Period.
She about that life. Like, she was just like, she pretty much told Azealia, you need to pull up.
Give me a hell
Like, pull up, bitch. I'll fuck you. Don't let all this music and this alternative hippie shit fool you. I will fuck you up. You know what the fuck I am? I was like, see, A$AP Rocky wanted to, hey man, wasn't A$AP Rocky trying to fuck her at one point? Or he did fuck her? They had some type of relationship.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, I remember they did a song together. She was in one of them videos that are all cut up with each other. I thought she was one of them hippies that smokes weed and just chills and shit. Nah, she about that life.
I mean, she does. It's just,
don't test her gangster.
I mean, that's one thing that a lot of people stereotype with hippies, which is that they're peace and all love 24/7. Mm-hmm. Nah, hippies are some of the most active motherfuckers I've come across, and I've come across a lot. Yeah. I will say that.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I've been on good graces of every single last one of them.
Don't piss off the hippies.
No.
What we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Don't piss off.
They already know the deep down secrets of the government.
This was the juggler. She goes and says, Banks, you could have been the greatest female rapper alive, but you blew it. Don't take it on the only person who had your back. Okay. And then other people were going, she kept going. She didn't delete the tweets either. It's still there to this day.
See, this was the first tweet I saw. Mm-hmm. So when I saw this, I thought she was talking about Banks, the singer.
Oh.
Because I was like, wait, what are they beefing about? And then it was funny because Banks actually retweeted. She's like, damn, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know. But then when I went and did the research, I was like, oh. And then somebody, I forgot who it was laughing. They were like, yo, this would have been, with no context, you could use this as 50 going at Lloyd Banks. And I was like, yeah, it probably would have worked too, but, So then at that point, ball's back in Azalea's court. And then, of course, she goes into her stance, which is never touch on the actual issue. Just start talking about people and
That's what she does.
Yeah, stuff that has nothing to do with nothing. So then she starts talking about how she had surgery, her arms. So then Lana responded back and said, look, I'll send you my surgeon's number and a good psychiatrist I know in L.A. because we know your psych meds ain't working.
Deal with the smoke. And then the other thing, other person, where's the pull-up tweet? I'm talking to my lawyer. And then she goes and says, tell him it's a promise, not a threat. Nigga. Like, I don't know if I should be scared or turned on, but she with the shits. I was like, oh, damn. I like this girl. I gotta listen to her music now. I know she's always dope, but man, she with the shits. I like Lana Del Rey now.
It sucks she just had a mid album that dropped last year. Otherwise, like, if that album was like,
don't
top
say
10
that.
worthy,
She'll hit you up, say, pull up. I'm gonna pull up on you for saying that shit.
I'll pull up and say it's mid. I'll pull up with Larissa because like Larissa rides for her. So, I'm just saying, had it been an album that was universally acclaimed and then followed by this, she's easily top 10 greatest artists of this decade.
Yeah,
easy.
Well, just don't piss off a hippie. That's all we could say.
Yeah,
hippies are gangster.
Yeah. Gippy.
Gippy.
Oh God.
Nah. But anyway, other shit happened. Yeah, I said it last week, and I was trying to mentally prepare myself, but, you know, when it happened, it happened. Kanye's whole ass went to the whole ass niggas in office's house. I ain't gonna call it the White House. This is the whole ass nigga's house. And, yeah, that happened. Not much to say. People got pissed. He started talking out of his ass. Jim Brown was there for whatever reason.
Talking out of his ass.
He's been talking out of his ass ever since the whole knee shit's been going on. He's been talking out of his ass. It's like, damn, if Muhammad Ali was here, he'll punch you in the face and then dance around you and punch you in the face again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just I was numb to it. Didn't get mad.
I didn't even watch it.
I know you.
I came home and
I saw the clips.
I came home.
Yeah,
my mom was
too.
like, "Could you believe this motherfucker was saying?" I was like, "I didn't watch that."
He said some other shit about the whole how the MAGA hat makes him feel like a super. I don't. It makes him feel like a superhero.
It's a Superman cape.
And how the I'm with her as a man made him not feel like a man. Just some old hoe ass shit. I don't know. Kanye's
What
office.
was the "I'm with her"?
That was for Hillary. That was the campaign slogan for Hillary. I'm with her. And what's even more worse is that Kim was campaigned hard, so it's kind of just whatever. Like I said, that nigga's mentally ill. I just don't really. I'm not getting mad. First, I was mad. Then it was just like I'm numb to it. I just don't care no more. Yandi is out, maybe on Black Friday, whatever. But the best part about it was T.I.'s response. That he went on Instagram, I logged on, he literally just posted it. I read it, it said 1 second ago. I'm like, oh, he literally just posted this. And I started reading it, and literally his voice was just in my head. So, JC, take it away.
Let me tell you something right here, Pippin. Now, I've been extremely patient and made it a point to not jump to any premature conclusions about Ye and his antics. Partially due to the lessons learned from the outcome of other similar situations dealing with my brother Wayne, which I admittedly mishandled a bit in hindsight. But now this shit is next level, futuristic. You Sambo, hopping Bob, stepping off, Django ass shit, Ye. From what I can gather, Pippin, this is the most repulsive, disgraceful, embarrassing act of desperation and auctioning off of one's soul to gain power I've ever seen. Now I recall you asking me to come with you to have this meeting, and I declined, naturally. But bro, if it ain't time, like that shit is hilarious. He still kept the country. If it ain't time, I would have been in there with you.
Like he made sure to keep it country in the way he was talking. He put it in the right grammatical spot and everything.
If any time I would have been in there with you and had behaved that spinelessly in my presence, I feel that I'd be compelled to slap the fuck out of you, bro, for the people. You are ass kissing and bootlicking on a whole new level, and I refuse to associate myself with something so vile, weak, and inconsiderate to the effect of this has on greater good of all our people. I'm a true believer in it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. And this shit is regurgitating. At one time, it was pleasure to work alongside you. Now I'm ashamed to have ever been associated with you. To all the people who follow Ye musically, socially, or even personally, who are confused, heartbroken, infuriated, let me make this clear. This shit ain't cool. This is a move Ye made for Ye. This is a play to put him in position he'd like to see himself in. We are not on his mind as he makes these comments and decisions. Don't follow this puppet. Because as long as I've lived, I've learned that it benefits a man nothing at all to gain the world. If to do so, he must lose his soul. We just saw Mr. West's soul on auction. If you listen closely, you can hear the tears of our ancestors hit the floor. All I can say is, I've reached my limits. This is my stop. I'm officially done. Trump, fuck Trump and his little cookie boy. Us or else.
Hashtag. Thank you, JC. That pretty much is all I got to say about that. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, see, after all this, it's my personal belief. This is not fact, anything that can be proven. It's my belief that Kanye is not mentally ill.
Okay.
It's my belief that Ye understands that saying all this crazy shit, he is allowed to say it. It brings him pub, and he's able to hide behind the cause of being mentally ill. And the reason why I say that is because as we're recording Monday, October the 15th, 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Really specific, huh?
Yes. That motherfucker's in Uganda I ain't seen him with that damn hat on. Instead, he got a purple hat.
I saw him wear the hat.
Okay, so I stand corrected there. However, he is not wearing that
In
the way
public.
he's worn it out here.
Yeah, like he knows better. He
Exactly.
knows what would happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. If you created that hat and made it into peace and love and took the hate out of it, why ain't you wearing it 24/7 then? That ain't negative. And then let's get down to the most basic thing. How many people do you know who have stated out the fact, I'm mental health, then get on an airplane and go travel to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
none.
come on now.
None.
What I don't get, it's not more mad at Kanye. I'm more just looking at his fans, his blinded fans that side with him and go like, well, he did say some real shit on that stuff and da-da-da-da. And it's just like, and it's just mind-blowing to me is how they're, like, especially his fan base, they're really trying to break down what he really said. He did say some real shit here. This nigga went up and hugged this motherfucker, man, and said he needs to dress fresh, and he's wearing that hat, and it's just like, my nigga, are you...
Where did he say some real shit? Because everybody I saw kept saying that he was rambling the whole time.
He was rambling.
So that's what I'm trying to
He
figure out
was
where the
talking
real
about
shit
prison
is.
reform. He said that he needs to let go of Larry Hoover, which also leads to Larry Hoover's lawyer that went on Facebook, and he just said, hey, man, like Larry Hoover's wife, I ride for my client to the depths of hell to help him, and Kanye invited me, and we thought that something was going to get done. If you see the look on my face, if he was sitting right next, he has this look on his face like Malcolm X when he's sitting there, and he has this look like, why the fuck am I here? So, like I said, it's just hearing the fans talk about this shit. And I had to tell somebody the other day because they were trying to ride hard for Kanye. I had to tell them just to let you know you're siding with somebody that's on the wrong side of history. Because right now, all this shit that's going on right now, it just led me to think about when Hov was chilling with Obama, when all the rappers were chilling with Obama, they were talking. It was like, what, he never got shit done? And I'm going like, whoa. The fucking Senate in the House, he couldn't do nothing in the Senate and the House since the whole ass Republicans had control and they were stopping everything that he was trying to get done. Duh. So yeah, he brought the rappers in there so they could talk about what they needs to be done, and he was like, yeah, it wasn't no damn photo op. He was just really trying to get it done. Kanye, Beyonce, Hov, all them shits, they're all, at the end of the day, when all this shit is done, when we look at the history books, we're going to remember how Jay-Z and Beyonce, J. Cole, all these other rappers were on this side of history with Obama. They're going to remember that these rappers were on this side, and then when we turn the page and we see Trump, we're going to see Kim Kardashian and Kanye West by the side.
Yep.
We don't need nothing needs to be broken down to nothing. Pictures speak 1,000 words. And at the end of the day, like M said in his interview with Sway, I hope at the end of the day, I'm on the right side of history. So when you guys want to go defend it, just think about that.
I also want to give a round of applause to T.I.
Whole ass. Not T.I., but...
Right. So...
Well, damn.
T.I., of course, he's been going on outside of this bullshit, he's been doing his promo runs for...
His album.
Yeah, for Trap Dime. And... he has actually been encouraging a lot of black and brown celebrities to go back to their hoods and buy back the hood. And, you know, that was something that stood out the most when he was saying that, really, when you look at gentrification, we have nobody to blame but ourselves.
Yeah.
Because for the longest, we've always said, get money, get the hell out the hood.
Right.
But the issue was that you're supposed to get the money, come back and give resources to the hood to make it stronger. So he's encouraging people, and he's currently in Atlanta right now trying to buy out several properties for low-income housing.
Good for him.
So round of applause to Tip.
Yeah, but 2 steps forward and then 1 step back, because then he just posted a video on his Twitter that said, Dear Kanye, Dear 45, I ain't Kanye. And it's a video of a Milani lookalike stripping in the Oval Office while he's being president in the overall. It was just like Millennium, whatever her fucking name is. But whole ass nigga wife. But it was just like, I guess Tip. I mean, whatever, man. Whatever. Anyway, Kanye is in Uganda. They made a whole fortress for his shit.
Yeah.
Like a whole fortress.
With a purple hat.
And he reactivated his he deactivated his social media, then he reactivated it. Like right after what we're gonna get into later in a little bit. And he's going on Periscope talking. I didn't listen to it. I didn't watch it. It's like, nigga, you ain't talking about nothing. And then I guess Jules out there with him too.
I saw she was taking pictures.
Yeah, she's out there in Africa with him. I was like, you just keep surrounding yourself with all these stupid. And then also Azealia Banks is saying, "Oh, Kanye hit me up. He wants to work with me." And I was just like, this is the same guy who made these great. This is why it's so hurtful for me, because he made great music that I really enjoyed. And now just to see what he is now, it's so just sad. Like, fuck, man. See him hug that bitch ass nigga that sucks. As a fan, that really sucks. There's no defending that. I don't care how much good music you made. You're siding with Satan. That's how I want to say. That's him wearing that hat is him wearing I love Satan. And you should love him too.
No.
Man, I see that nigga's just mentally just gone. To me, he's gone. And it's getting so bad now that rumors are coming out that Jay-Z and Beyonce have really disassociated themselves with the Kardashian West clan for obvious reasons.
Honestly, I would too.
Do you blame them?
I would too, because another report came out saying while he was talking to the Ugandan president, he was saying, "Yeah, I want to turn Uganda into Jurassic Park."
Yeah, but
the fuck?
Okay, this is what he really said. Because I watch, he wants to make it like an attraction, kind of like.
Either way, there's no making sense of that.
Look, you can make it an attraction all you want, but
like
people didn't come to Jurassic Park to learn about civilization or anything like that.
Logical sense with this. Just move on. Anyway,
well, you tried.
You tried.
And then I just gave up. I waved the white flag. It's just Kanye's just lost his mind, and that's how I know that him and Hov ain't talking, because Hov was at the fucking Drake show this weekend with him and Beyonce, even though people feel Beyonce was there to see LeBron. But that's another story.
Yeah.
This is a whole running joke that Beyonce has a thing for LeBron, because Beyonce never went to a Drake show. But
the whole running joke is that Bron always takes Jay's women, because of course the running joke with Jay is Riri, and we know how she feels about LeBron. So it's one big old
because there's
Rock
always
La Familia joke.
There's always this like Beyonce always has that like googly. She's always looks googly eyed when LeBron plays.
Right. Every
time he plays, she's googly eyed and just looks at him, and I'm just like, well. I mean, that's a lot of power. But anyway, they were at that Drake concert, and it kind of just adds fuel to the fire. Also, side note, Hov is really growing out his hair.
Yeah.
That kind of makes me wonder, is he still working on an album? Like, because the whole thing of Hov is that he lets his hair grow out when he's in album mode. And
older he gets, he's probably letting his hair grow out when he's in these documentary modes.
That too, but when he's
probably just in creative mode altogether.
That too.
So
that makes sense.
When he's in creative mode, he lets that hair grow the fuck out, and he's still like, I was like, I'm on to you, Hov, because when he cuts his hair, that's when he's done, and that's when you know something's coming.
Yeah.
So, because when he cut his hair for 444, we like, oh, the album's done, because he was growing his hair out a lot, and then after that, he cut it off, and it was like, oh, something's coming, and then 444 happened. Then he was growing it out again when he was on tour, and it was like, nigga, what are you working on? Everything is love. He was on tour, and it's like, okay, he still ain't cutting it off. What are you working on, nigga? I know you, nigga. What you working on? But yeah, that's going on. But speaking of Aubrey, y'all want me to stop talking about him, but he just keeps giving me ammo. So
I feel like we're gonna be on this topic for a while.
This is what y'all a little comfortable. Yeah. This is what y'all want, right?
Take a sip of this hint watermelon water that we got.
Wow, that's hella black. That's hella stereotypical. Want to give you some watermelon while you at it? Some actual watermelon. I got some bananas too.
How fuck was that stereotypical?
Watermelon, black folks.
I was just saying because it's fucking good.
You missed the joke, didn't you?
I was just like,
never mind. Anyway, as I said earlier, Drake's still on tour, and people have kind of low-key called it his I Declare War tour, because he's just making up with everybody now. Mm-hmm. Right now, he's still out in L.A. with his 7 shows. He has like 7 shows out. He has like 4 more left. That's crazy.
Fucking nuts, dude.
I mean, he put on like 7 shows out in New York, in Brooklyn, and MSG. That's crazy to me.
That shit don't make sense.
No, it's money at the end of the day. But he's about to have 3 shows out here in Oakland. 4, 1, 2, like 3 shows out here in Oakland. So he's about to bring out somebody. But yeah, him and Migos out in LA, they brought out Cardi. Like Migos brought out Cardi, and
Migos brought out Tyga too.
And Tyga. Well, they said Drake brought him out.
No, he came out during the Migos set.
Oh,
because Taste, Offset.
Okay, so there might be some.
Yeah.
They might still be some funk with him and Drake. Who knows?
But nevertheless, he showed up.
Yeah, he was still there. Anyway, so yeah, Tiger came out. Travis Scott came out again. Like, he might as well just be on tour with this nigga now, because every time he performs Sicko Mode, every video I see him come out, I'm like, you might as well just open for him now.
You could, but considering you have a top 3 release sales wise, you can't be under somebody. You got to have your own tour.
He does have. That's why I don't. Yeah, I know what you mean, but still, it's just like, keep coming out. And then who else came out with him? And then he brought out Chris Brown, which was really just like, whoa, because y'all know the story about, you know, Chris Brown and Drake, their little frenemy relationship. I still feel some frenemy shit, but, you know, Chris Brown's like, oh, fuck it, until, you know, he does some other shit.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Until the next news that makes him look at the TV and go,
yes, something else gonna happen. Plus, now that Rihanna is really out of the picture now, yeah, we can be friends now.
for now.
For now. We'll see how that goes. But, yeah, that happened. But then LeBron James, he came out with Travis Scott and they performed Sicko Mode, and LeBron was just, you know, jumping around with his boy and Travis Scott. LeBron living his best life in LA right now. Season hasn't even started yet. He living his best life.
Tip off officially starts tomorrow.
Well,
our game is Thursday
Tuesday
night. I love I love the switch they made last year. Just putting the regular season up 2 weeks or a week and a half.
Oh, hell yeah.
So much better.
Well, good.
Like, all at one time, it's football, basketball, and the end of baseball. And then hockey, because hockey started.
Hockey too. I know you
like,
guys
at
don't
one
care
point,
about
all
it.
these sports are going on at once.
We don't, Martin. We don't care about your Sharks.
Hey,
so,
fuck you.
If you got a ticket for me, I'll go.
yeah,
I love hockey games live.
Same here. I've never been to a
Those are
Sharks
shit.
game. I've never been to a Sharks game ever. But
Buy a ticket.
nah. I don't want to see
Just don't take me if something's on the line.
Yeah.
Every time I go, they lose.
Oh, shit.
No, we should go, JC. Let's go.
So if you want me to go
Doing a playoff game.
Yeah, just make sure the playoff game or whatever's already the playoff's already sold up.
Right.
And then we'll go from there.
Yeah, but yeah, LeBron was out there and he was just living his best life.
Living his best life.
Living his best life. That song's so dope. But the reason why we bring up LeBron again, the shop. This is episode 2 of the shop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was. What was the other episode? It was like 2 weeks ago.
That was like a month ago.
Damn. So he's really just. I don't know how many episodes he filmed, but he's really just like, what's it called?
Scattering them.
Not scattering them. He's milking it.
Yeah.
He's really milking these shows. But yeah, episode
Same difference.
Same shit. Yeah, episode 2. He had Ben Simmons. He had who's Elena Deladon?
She's one of the stars of the WNBA.
WNBA star.
Oh, okay.
Very good basketball player too.
Shooter.
Yeah.
And then she had Victor
Oladipo.
Depot, and then Mo Bamba. It was a good episode.
That's what the song's named after.
I know.
Yeah. Mud Boy.
Mud Boy.
I hate y'all.
We don't even need a sound effect for that. We can just keep saying it. Mud Boy. Anyway, you break down the episode before we get to the meat of it.
Yeah, so of course,
like all the stuff before the lights.
Of course, I don't know if it was the trailer or just the snippet, whatever leaked at the beginning of the week that Drake was going to be on. So of course, that was the talking point.
It was a screenshot. It was just a screenshot.
It was the trailer.
There was a trailer. Because I saw the snippet from Complex.
All I seen was a screenshot.
I saw the trailer. The trailer went around
a few days before. Whatever.
Okay.
I saw it on HBO. They showed the trailer. I was like, oh.
Yeah, so of course, everybody knew that was what the focus was going to be on.
Yeah.
Of course, I was watching this for the athletes anyways.
Yeah,
that was one bonus. There was some good content that came in the first 15 minutes before Drake even showed up. So, Elena, she brought up something phenomenal, which was, in retrospect, for the most part, everybody does end up spending a lot of the day inside their own mind, which is trying to limit and quiet that voice in their head that's trying to tell them what they can and can't do. And how she broke down how when she started seeing a sports psychiatrist, she was able to have control over that voice to then lock in and focus.
Same with Mo Bamba when he was saying when he fucked up on one shit and he looked and saw a sports reporter and he was like, damn, is he going to write something bad about me?
No, that was Oladipo.
That was Oladipo that said that?
Yeah,
Oh,
Oladipo
okay.
was saying that
Yeah.
because, remember, he had gotten traded twice in the span of 2 years.
Yeah.
And he was talking about when Westbrook was in the year when he was given the triple-double and won MVP, everybody kept saying the Thunder have no help. So he was saying it got to the point where he was turning the ball over, and when he was going back to the other side, he was looking at writers like, damn, what are they going to say about me now?
Yeah.
which that's heavy in itself.
Yeah, but it makes sense.
Yeah,
overall.
but I mean, overall in general, it was just a good conversation.
Yeah, I remember watching that, and then I was like, okay, bring this little motherfucker up here. Well,
And then-
I didn't watch the episode live. JC was giving me the Spark Notes, but the reason why, because I got off, I was doing some stuff. I was at Red Robin. Red Robin is my spot. I love Red Robin.
Red Robin.
Yum, boy.
cut a check.
But I go on.
Hint.
I go on Twitter and I'm starting to see the timeline just start going crazy. I'm like, why is the timeline going crazy? What did Drake do? And they started posting quotes and they were like, Drake breaks down what happened with Pusher. Kanye set him up. Ah! Explosion.
I was already thinking it, but I had the water in my hand. I am but one man, and I can only do as much as I can.
and then I was reading the quotes and I'm going like, no, this nigga ain't. And I'm like, oh, you chess playing motherfucker. This nigga's responding to Pusher on to LeBron James in a barbershop. And I had that picture of fucking Charlie Murphy laughing his ass off.
Hey, bro. Before I go any further, Joe Budden responding to whoever on a podcast, that's what he does. You know what I mean? For Drake to try and, like, that was your first thought. You know what I mean? If he was to respond on that shit...
Oh, to what, on Joe Budden podcast?
No, on the... What do you call it?
On LeBron's talk show?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
someone said that online. I'm like, yeah, LeBron's talk show? Yeah, because I said it last week. I was like, if he was going to talk to anybody, he would talk to Joe. But then after seeing the talk, I'm like, the shop, I was like, oh yeah, Niners are playing right now. We about to get smoked!
Yeah, now he's playing the Packers, and I'm watching my young boy, Devontae.
That sounded very perverted.
almost R. Kelly-ish.
Pause.
Yeah.
My young little homie.
Young boy. Whoa, even fucking it will look at you like, that's weird, Joji.
God.
We're getting off the point. Anyway, so yeah, I'm seeing all this, and I'm like, and JC was giving me the Spark Notes. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna reserve my judgment, and I'm gonna watch when I get home. I watched when I got home, and I'm just gonna say it right here, partner. Aubrey's full of shit. That's all. So break it down, JC. Break it down.
Yeah, so he went into detail, basically covering what Joe Budden had already speculated and broke down in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much what we kind of had, when I say we, this podcast had already kind of determined, which was, first of all, you were stupid as shit to even go out to Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in conflict with everybody, and you know one of the main people that you're in conflict with is also this man's president of his company, probably shouldn't be out there. But he does some records out there. 40 goes out there a day early. And of course, we're talking about the Wyoming sessions.
Yeah.
40 goes out there a day early and tells him something is off. It doesn't feel good.
Bad feeling about this. On some Han Solo shit. I have a bad feeling about this.
And he chooses to ignore it. Yeah.
Because he's still thinking like, we squashed everything. Everything cool, whatever.
So then it gets to the lift yourself beat.
Now this is the he said part, because on Kanye's side, he said that Drake wanted the lift yourself beat, because he talked about this, when he was when he did on Instagram, he wanted the beat, but he didn't want to give it to him, and Drake kept begging him about it, and I guess he got mad. Ooh, don't you better get up, you hoe ass nigga. See, I want to break out of this sometimes, people, because when my Niners playing, I become a whole different person. So if I start spazzing out, like I got
just let me talk.
Just gotta talk.
Like you originally wanted me to do, but then jumped in.
Okay, my bad.
All right. So that was Kanye's version of the events that transpired.
And then he sent the emoji.
Drake's versions of what took place was that he went out there to write. The beat came on. He was writing. Kanye was basically saying, "Oh, you like it? Like, okay, here, you can take it." That's what Drake's account was.
And he was helping him a lot on his album, and all he left was just the lift yourself beat.
Right.
That's what he said. So
he says he gets back. That's when Kanye goes and puts the whoop-diddy scoop.
He said he got that text message from him saying, "I love you, bro," and the next thing you know, lift yourself.
Yeah.
This kind of sounds Kanye.
Yeah. Now,
kind of.
No, that's not kind of.
That's hella.
Sarcasm. Sarcasm, people.
Another reason why I don't think he's mentally ill. To go back rewind back a little bit, he was saying that also they were having a sit down session before they started writing. He goes, before we start working on this, I'm asking everybody to basically strip down to their souls, tell me what's going on in their life right now, so that way everything's on the table, we can work forward. That's when Drake said he played him March 14th, let him know what was going on with his situation with his son.
He had 60% done of
Scorpion. 60% done with Scorpion.
Quote, unquote.
Right. From there, that's when he starts alluding that, because I gave him that information, that's how Push found out. Which, Push has already been on the Drink Champs podcast, and he's already said, hey,
I got it from an unloyal source.
Right.
Also, another thing we need to point out, he never said Push's name on this shit at all. He said Kanye, but he did not say Push's name at all. He called him the other guy.
Yeah. So there's that.
Still in his feelings.
Right. Mm-hmm. He then tells LeBron that as a result of... And that was another thing, too. He never brought up the Duppy freestyle.
He did not at all. I just
never brought that up.
He tried to change the timeline to make it look like Infrared happened and then Adalon. And then
you're right.
Yeah,
you're
he tried to
think about that.
Yeah, he tried to change up the timeline and shit.
But as a result of that, he says... Nonstop, In My Feelings, 8 out of 10, Mob Ties, all came as a result of what happened with the story of Adidon. Mm-hmm. And then he showed a pic of his son to LeBron.
Motherfucker! Yeah, nigga! Yeah, nigga! Sorry, people. We just scored. Might be the only time we scored.
So then he shows a pic to...
Man, I'm about to just swing across this table, bro.
So then he shows a pic of his son to LeBron.
Yeah, he shows not just to him, and who else was there? Maverick.
Yeah. So, of course, for the listeners who aren't familiar with LeBron, Maverick is LeBron's, next to Rich Paul, he's his right-hand man, a business partner.
Oh, so that's why he was in there with him.
Maverick is along him with every single step business-wise.
But the part was, when Drake showed up, everyone else left. It was just
that was another thing where I was like, all right, this...
looks set up.
Yeah, because initially when he was telling the story, I was telling Busby, I was like, okay, now I have a better understanding, at least from his place. It doesn't mean I excuse everything he did, but at least I have an understanding. That was on the first watch. I went back and rewatched it
After
twice.
I told him twice.
Yeah, so I went back and rewatched it twice. The second one, I was kind of like, wait a minute. Nobody else is in this room right now, and that's not how they did the first episode.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There was hella people in there.
And then at the second time, I started catching a little bit of things, which I'll get into in a little bit. After I give you, because now the game's on commercials, so now you can talk.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, there was just some things where I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, like, okay, I understand it. And then as time went by, I was like, nah, you tried it. you really tried it.
I caught all that in the first watch. On the first watch, I was sitting there watching, I'm going like, because Drake's a Scorpio, and I don't know if y'all into astrology, I'm a Scorpio too. And I know when we bullshitting, and I know when we trying to manipulate shit. And you can't bullshit a bullshitter. You can't in the words of Eminem, you can't outsmart a smartass. And I saw what he was doing, and I saw how he was talking, and how he was trying to manipulate the situation. And I'm going like, motherfucker, I know what the fuck you doing. You full of shit. That's the first thing I said, and I literally yelled at the screen, hoping he'll hear me. So he was just talking, and he was just saying all this shit, trying to make himself out to be the good guy. I was like, yeah, I'm a father, and me and my baby mama. He was trying to praise his baby mama and shit. And then he showed LeBron and Mav his fucking the baby all happy. He's like, yeah, you see the blue eyes? Like, he looks so beautiful. I was like, oh, now you want to show your child. Okay, nigga. Like, oh, now you want to show your child. Now you want to be all happy about this shit. And he just made himself out to be the victim. And then he starts getting into the beef, and he was, talking about everything that was going on, and he was all going like, what was he saying? He was just saying like, yeah, because the song was right. He's like, you can talk about my parents. I ain't really tripping about all that. Whatever. But then when you made fun of 40s multiple sclerosis, that's when he crossed the line. And, that's just, in this game, I study rap battles for a living.
And
no. The last part, there's fucking rules to this shit, man. In his white voice. There's fucking rules, man.
Up to that point, I had actually seen it from his point of view where I was like, okay, I have some empathy. I can understand. If it gets taken to that level, now if you're in the proper mind frame where if you're not in the right mind frame and you're going to say some shit because you're not thinking right, I get that. Yeah. It was when he started getting into I study rap. I was like, hold up, time out.
Pause.
Hold up, bro.
Pause.
Do we not? It seems like everybody forgets history. And
when Drake's caught, no, Drake fans.
No. Oh. It seems that people forget history when at the end of Hit 'Em Up, Tupac says, "My fofo will make sure all y'all kids don't grow." There are no rules in battle.
There's none.
There's none. If you take it to a certain level, don't be upset when the person you're going up against responds in a way that is counteracts to how and where you were trying to take it.
Now let's remember, Drake wanted the smoke. He wanted, when he dropped Doppy Freestyle, he wanted it. And he mentioned Pusha's then fiance. That's how Pusha got it. It's like, oh, so you bringing my wife into this? All right, you bringing my loved ones? Okay, so then when he brings your loved ones into it in a very vile way, which we all didn't expect him to go, then all of a sudden it's like, whoa. Like, there's rules like, that's too mean, man. Like, what, bro? You a little bitch, man. That's the first time I ever said it. Yep, there he goes. So, keep talking.
Yeah, so as you were bringing that up, and shout out to my boy Greg, one good friend, also a friend of the podcast. He brought up some great points too, because of course everybody on social media wanted to start saying, "See, I knew it was Kanye."
See?
Yeah. Now Greg is funny, and Greg is funny as no right, because Greg is like, I don't give a fuck about none of these niggas. Like, fuck him, fuck Drake, fuck everybody. Fuck Kanye too.
Anybody with any common sense would see through the bullshit.
Now here's one part of bullshit he brought through. But before we get there, let's finish it. When he says why he doesn't respond to Push, let's not forget
he called it trash.
No. Oh. Let's not forget he says I text you. He
texts LeBron.
Yes.
Remember
that?
Shit, yeah.
He texts LeBron saying, what should I do? And LeBron, and it was funny. LeBron said, he's a hip hop historian, which I was looking at and I was like, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna let you slide with some shit, my nigga.
So this is the one time I'm not gonna let.
But every time I go in your motherfucking IG or your Snapchat, you are nodding your head to anything and everything.
Even Revival
and everything.
Even Revival,
popping, my nigga.
He loved Revival, dog. Yeah, now
that's not to say he's not up on game like everybody else. He's a hip hop kid for all intents.
He's just a fan,
right?
He's just a fan.
But I think he dived into something that he,
didn't really need.
I don't even think he meant to say hip hop historian. Maybe he was trying to say aficionado.
Yeah.
So part of it, I still let it slide. But it was like, when you say you're a hip hop, it was like,
you should have said I'm a fan.
Yeah, it was like,
All right, bro. You're a Laker.
All right.
You're a Laker. Right. You're one of us. Let it go.
Usually you get an 8 out of 10, but because you're a Laker, you get the saving grace of that 9 out of 10. So I'm gonna just let you support this shit because you're a fellow black man putting on for all of us black folk, and we just gonna keep it moving. But no, if LeBron hears this, nigga, I was kind of looking at you sideways, bro. Where I was like, okay, let's just get the tip off on Thursday.
He was gonna pretend it didn't happen.
Right.
Nope, didn't happen.
But then LeBron comes, so LeBron says, the selfish part with me was like, I wanted you to, go at him.
Like Palpatine. Do it.
Right.
But then with the funniest part that made me pause the shit and laugh out loud was he goes,
God.
But what did I tell you?
What did I tell you?
And then that's what you said that.
I didn't want you.
That's all, folks.
No. He said. You said. I don't want to fail you. What?
You my brother. You can never fail me.
I don't want to let you down. Yeah. So let me pause. So if I ever man, this nigga's just weird, man. Drake he's not built for this shit, man. You gonna text a basketball player, I don't want to let you
in the middle of the finals.
Not your mama. Yeah, in the middle of the finals.
Remember, this was all at the end of May. So
it was game 1. That didn't Adelon dropped after game 1, right? Oh, before game 1. So he already checked out. So after J.R. Smith fucked up.
No, that was before game 1.
Yeah, before.
Remember, game 1 was when that happened. This was before game 1.
Damn, yeah, he did text him back. Damn.
This was right after they got the conference finals.
Yeah.
When they got through. So remember they had that little break.
Yeah, and then it dropped during game. Well, anyway, the whole aftermath was going on. So you text him during he was in basketball mode. LeBron, he don't talk to people. He's not on social media. He don't do nothing. He is
as soon as
focused.
Playoffs come on, he cuts out.
He's focused man. So maybe he just talks to a few people, but he probably just texts LeBron like, I know you in my finals mode, but I have a lot on my mind, man. Oh, tell me what's going on, man. So Pusha T, this guy, he didn't say his name. This guy just said some really mean things to me.
This rude duppy named Pusha T.
No.
Which was the funny thing about it was that, if we all remember correctly, when LeBron was working out during the offseason, he was blasting Daytona.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that, but Pusha
You remember the next doing that fucking lift shits?
And Pusha
he was trying to raise fucking Thors.
And Pusha retweeted somebody saying that shit.
He's trying to raise Thor's hammer.
Like he's gonna come in Wakanda like, bring me Thanos! Bring me warriors!
I am LaThor!
Bring me Katie!
Shit.
Pretty elegant off topic. But anyway, yeah, it was just like, so he hit him up and he was like, yeah, man, like Doug. Do.
Dear diary.
Hey, LeBron, like, this guy, he doesn't say Pusha's name. This guy, like, he said some really mean things about my mom, my best friend. Like,
You know the thing that bugs me, before you get any further, bro, the one part that bugs me is he got pissed off about 40. Not his mom, not his dad, not the son, not the baby mom.
They scored again.
Well, damn.
No.
They
called the other one back.
Okay.
He was out of bounds.
Oh, okay.
It didn't matter. He still
Packers
scored.
scored.
All right, well,
Packers
it's tied now. Cool.
Okay, so
But
okay.
yeah,
but
he didn't get mad at none of that other shit. He got mad about the 40 thing.
Okay, to counter that, I also give him some leeway on that a little bit because growing up, my first fight was over my mom. My mom got done talking to me. She goes, I ever find out you're going to fight over me again, I'm going to whoop your ass. For some people, talking about the parents, it's already something that's easy to do growing up anyways. I mean, if you think about it, Yo Mama Jokes is the first one that it goes to. So from that instance, that's where I was like, okay.
Yeah, because Drake was saying, like, you don't know my life like that, whatever.
So from that, from his mindset, it's battle-wise, I'm like, yo, go at him because he named everybody.
But still,
But from his mindset, I was like, okay, I'll give you that. The 40 line was the line that out of everything, that was the one line where that was enough to trigger and draw blood.
But then it was just like, you made fun of it. I was like, no, Pusha didn't make fun of it. He just made light that he's dying soon. There's a difference.
And also, it was a counter effect. You brought up Kanye
and my wife.
If you want to go deeper into it, you brought up Kid Cudi.
Oh, I was going to touch onto that. I was saying it was just like, because the whole point of Two Birds, One Stone, you got mad at Kanye for producing Infrared and setting you up to get this. But on Two Birds and One Stone, Kanye co-produced that shit. Right. And you made sure you put that shit on there on Tidal. I remember that shit. And you will subliminally, of course, he doesn't like saying names, you will subliminally dissing Pusher, and then you went at Cudi on the last few bars. Like, you pretty much said, look what happens when you talk to me crazy. Is you crazy?
Right.
Yep, we fumbled, Martine. Just turn around. Pay attention.
Yep, and we fumbled.
Hey, can you stick to one fucking thing?
No, I can multitask.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
You get completely off track.
You just look shocked. You just look shocked that shit just didn't go right. So
I'm like, it looked like he was already down. How the fuck is it a fumble?
Well, that's life.
No,
that was a fumble.
Fuck that.
No way was he down at all, my
nigga. Anyway,
look at Martine trying to rewrite history.
How I seen it, I didn't see the fucking ball foul out like that, man.
What'd I tell you?
Damn.
What'd I tell you? Anyway, what was I?
Swing over this damn table. This is the second time I see that shit.
Two birds, one stone. That's where I was at. So you put Kanye's name where you were dissing his own label mates on your record. And you made fun of a mentally ill Kid Cudi who was in rehab. Even though Cudi did diss you, you knew he was in rehab, and yet you tried to bring light to that shit. And then now when the roles are reversed and Kanye produces a record where his label mate is coming after you, then you want to get in your feelings. No pun intended. Get the entire fuck out of here, Aubrey. This is why sometimes I don't like talking about this dude, but he's full of shit.
Yeah.
Every time he does some shit, like, it's like, dude, and you guys and his fans just let this shit happen. They just try to change the rules. Like, oh, Kanye is a snake. See, this is my boy told me this. My boy Rehab, he said this on Twitter, and I told him I'm going to steal it. He doesn't give me credit. But he said, I would rather believe an insane man that has nothing to lose than a sane man that has everything to lose.
Yeah.
So
That actually makes a lot of sense.
That's great logic.
it's like Kanye. If you look at Kanye, just look at him right now. He went to the damn whole ass nigga's house and hugged him. He's damn near alienating half his damn fan base right now.
Probably more.
But he doesn't care. And he's living in his truth. He has nothing to lose right now. And when he said about what happened with, the whole situation with Drake, why would he lie?
Right. Here's my take on this. I believe that Kanye did relay that information to Push only after Push had already had that information from somebody unloyal in OVO. So basically what I feel happened was he got the information, kept it tucked in his back pocket.
In the back of his mind.
Then when Ye, and I don't even believe Ye came in and did it on some malicious shit.
Yeah.
I think he came in because he's on this, I can fight hate with love.
Yeah.
And he came in like, yo, Drake was just here. We just did some amazing shit. He just told me about how he's gonna, bring his child to the forefront when his album comes out.
Was like,
and that's when Push was like, oh, so that wasn't just some hearsay shit that just got sent to me.
That sounds
all right,
legit.
bet. Now I'm gonna bait his ass. That's what infrared was.
It was bait.
I feel like that's
he only mentioned the ghostwriting.
right.
That was the only thing he talked about. He knew that was going to spark something. Man.
Right. So, and we know how critical I've been of Kanye. I don't feel it was malicious. I feel both of them were dumbasses in that situation.
Oh, of course.
I feel like Ye should have kept his fucking mouth shut. Shouldn't have even gone to that extent.
Yeah.
But none of this would have taken place if Drake didn't take his ass out to Wyoming and looked at the situation from when Jay was telling him years ago, they're going to hit you with the Barzini meeting. That was the Barzini meeting.
Yep.
Drake is he was naive. That's what it is. I keep saying he's not, I thought you were going to tackle him. No, he's very naive. And he keeps getting mad that he put the gun on the damn counter and he put the gun on the counter in the same room his enemy was in, and he's surprised they actually picked up the gun and shot his ass.
Right.
He's like fucking Denzel in Training Day, like, you ain't gonna shoot me, and they shoot him. Oh, you motherfucker, you shot me in the ass. No shit, dumbass. Joe Budden even told you that shit, and then you made 8 out of 10, Mob Ties, In My Feelings, all those songs, and come on, oh my god, I just realized he made In My Feelings after the beef. You were you got dissed, and you made a song called In My Feelings.
Now, I will say this.
Well, I mean,
he was in his feelings.
Right.
No, but if Kiki is who Kiki
No, but
is,
the point I'm trying to say is just the title of it. No, I know, but the title.
I know, I get it. The double entendre of it.
Right.
I get it.
Now, this goes to, again, now we're going to get into what Greg said. So Greg pointed out a couple things, which was at that point everybody had been, I knew Kanye was the evil one, and he set him up. Greg brought up a good point. If LeBron is really Drake's big homie, and they're so close, why was it on the shop that was the first time that LeBron had seen Drake's son?
Damn.
Didn't think about that. Yeah, and the other shit he left off. He didn't bring up Jay Prince. He didn't talk about when Jay Prince told him to back down.
And then he brought up something. He was being funny, but it's partially true. If Drake and LeBron are really that close, shouldn't Drake have hit LeBron and asked him if it was a good idea to nut in a porn star?
Shit. No,
that is hilarious.
Not only that, the way Drake tried to spin, he tried to change the narrative and shit like that. How he was just trying to change the story around. I'm like, dude, you immediately responded to Infrared. Immediately, like a day later, you dropped the Doppy freestyle. You immediately fucking dropped it, and you thought your fame, after you saw what happened with Meek and shit like that, because Meek was miscalculated, you thought if you did the same shit with Pusher, try to 2 birds with 1 stone and go after Kanye and Push, that your fucking fame would just outweigh everything and you'll win again.
Yeah.
Push that button, Draymond.
No.
No.
So, in hearing all of this, I went back over the weekend and I forsake myself in what I said back in July when I said I was never revisiting Scorpion ever again.
You went completely in.
But now having all this information from his side, I went back and re-listened to it. And it's like immediately after I listened to it, I called Busby. And what I asked him was, you ever see somebody just get decked, like just socked, clear cut right in the mouth, and it knocks them to the ground, they get up, blood and all, they're fully out of it, so they just start swinging. and like one or two haymakers just graze, or it gets who they're fighting against. But the dude they're fighting against is like, I'm not even doing this. Like, he's done. So they got to pull him out. And I was like, that's Scorpion.
Yeah, and I laughed my ass off because that was the greatest analogy ever. That's what it is.
That's what Scorpion was. Because now in hearing all these records, first of all, we knew what side A was. Like, we called that shit from jump. We were like, that. A lot of that sounds like it came after the fact.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
I will say, though, 8 out of 10 actually does make more sense as to why he went at Kanye more than he went at Push. Mm-hmm. Now it makes sense. Yeah, and that is actually one of the records. And that is actually one of the records where having gone and re-listened to it, I'm like, okay, I actually like that song a little bit more now.
A little bit.
A little bit more.
Would you put it on the playlist?
Possibly.
Wow.
Like because
it makes sense.
Because you gotta remember, now some of the stuff makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
Nonstop still doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, he said Nonstop came after the beat. He's like, because he even said on the show, like,
I'm
I put
light-skinned,
all that.
But I'm still a dark skin. I'm not buying that.
He said I put all that because he said, I went to a dark place and all that. I'm going like, and no,
it sounds like it.
Yeah,
we know.
We know you went to a dark place, but you didn't put into the energy to the guy who mentioned your kid.
Yeah,
all that shit.
It's just towards the wrong person,
right? I wanted so badly to go back and like Jaded more than for Ty Dolla $ign, but every time I get listened, I was like, bro, you're talking about like a then 20-year-old at the time, like
okay,
like bro, I can't rock, I can't get jiggy with this shit,
right?
Can't get jiggy with this too.
The album it's still not a good album, but at least I have some understanding.
Did it go up a rating for you?
It went from a 2.
It's over Man in the Woods. Man in the Woods.
It's over Man in the Woods.
Yeah,
I'll give you that one.
Yeah, it's over Man in the Woods.
I'll give you that one.
I mean,
we'll get into your take, right? I mean, unless you have anything else to say, we'll get into what happened as a result, because I actually disagree with your take on this in terms of what I feel Scorpion is better than. But it's not saying a lot. It's like, because it's at the bottom of the barrel for me.
Pretty much. I said this before the interview came out, because if y'all follow me on Twitter, which is probably why half you guys are here, I am known as the quote-unquote Drake hater. Explosion, but it's just like,
hey, you gotta drop bomb on these niggas.
I'm not dropping them truth bombs.
It's a revelation.
Yeah.
It's a revelation. Oh my god!
Shocking.
I mean, like I said, I don't hate that fucker. I do. I see Martine is just nope. Martine is Niner got tackled. I was like, Martine is a self-proclaimed Drake hater. He hates him. I am not. Again, I'm just gonna break it down to y'all. If y'all didn't just don't know, I do not hate him. I actually do enjoy his music for what it is. He has hits. When you're in the club, you can't. He makes undeniable hit records. I'll tell you that right now.
When I go to the bar.
Yeah, that too. But he makes
hands down easily the greatest catalog I've seen when it comes to singles.
Exactly. Like if his greatest hits record is gonna be dope.
You can't, as much as you want to dispute
it. As much as you want to dispute it. As much as you don't want to dispute, he could release an album full of greatest hits on some Eminem curtain call shit, and it would still go number one.
Now, if we're talking about the quality of those singles, that's another debate.
That's a whole different
but in terms of capitalizing on what the listeners want, because it's clearly what the listeners want.
Yes.
Yeah.
Capitalizing on that and continuously staying on those charts.
Give him a round of applause for that.
I will give him a round of applause for that. He is. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I recognize him still as a part of that big three.
The three-headed
monster, but just enough to where Cole and Kendrick's heads are visible. And then there's that little owl that's like right underneath.
That little owl on some Jafar shit.
Yeah.
So now that's that.
Speaking of that, did you see the Aladdin?
I was about to bring that up later.
Ooh.
That's what I'm talking about now.
Nigga.
Ooh.
I was just but they didn't show Will Smith. I watched. You know what's crazy? I watched.
They're not gonna show Will.
I know.
Come on, man.
No, but then I watched. I watched
the
animated.
They did that shit with Robin Williams.
Yeah.
They didn't show the genie in the first trailer, like in the original shits.
No, in the first teaser trailer. We're getting off the point. Anyway,
I'm just saying that Aladdin shit was fire.
It was fire, of course.
Can't wait till
I watched the animated. I watched the animated one too, and I watched Robin Williams, and it was just like, fuck, it's a big shoes for Will to fill.
But if anybody can do it, it's Will.
It's the Fresh Prince.
I feel the same way.
Anyway, besides that point, Drake is cool. So on that note, I'll give him credit where it's due. Now, what I have issues with, again, I have to break this shit down again for you fuckers. I have an issue with his insecurities. I have an issue with his personality. I'm an issues of him as a fucking MC. From the ghostwriting to him to why he starts beef with people for no fucking... Martine, I don't know why you're getting mad. Just let it go.
Did I get mad?
I saw the look on your face.
Start scratching your beard. As a fellow nigga with a beard, that's usually when you start getting perturbed.
You're getting perturbed. See, look at Clay. Look at Clay Matthews, man. He was about to kill his soul.
That was roughing the passer. It was Clay Matthews.
I didn't even touch him. And it was 4th and 2. We didn't run it. Of course we didn't. Pump that shit. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. See, Martine, just don't just
stop paying attention to me, and
because I'm trying to look at you. Pause.
Pause.
Don't.
I'll just look at JC. Pause her.
Mud
boy.
And then you say that shit? Fuck out of here, bro.
Anyway, besides that,
we're never gonna get an ad.
The issues I have with him is just goes all the way down. It goes all the way down to control. When Kendrick said, when he named off Drake and he said that I'm gonna out rap you, that's all he said. And Drake took it up the ass. And then he goes in the interview saying,
Pause.
You know what I mean. He got booty tickled. Pause.
Pause that shit.
Pause.
He took it up the ass and he got booty tickled about it. Because another rapper said, I'm going to out-rap you and take all your fucking fans. And then he keeps doubling down on it in an interview saying, no one's going to work with you again. No one remembers that verse. And then you go do a subliminal record on Nothing Was the Same called The Language, where you are clearly baiting Kendrick to come at you. And it's like, my nigga, you still in your feelings about that shit? And then he keeps doing this shit. It started with Kendrick, and I was like, all right, whatever, bro. And then the ghostwriting shit happened, and then the whole shit with Joe Budden when Joe Budden released his own, his review for the views, and then he goes and sends a subliminal to Joe Budden. Then you're dissing tennis players, you're doing all this other shit, you're doing bitch shit. And I'm like, dude, you're a really great artist, but as a person, you a hoe. That's just what it comes down to. That's what we should call this. You a hoe with a picture of Drake. That'll get people to listen.
And KD.
No. No. But that's my issues with him. And then when I'm on Twitter, I keep that same energy. I praise him for his accolades, and if I really like his music, I will praise him. But when he does bitch shit, questionable shit, I'm gonna question it. I'm gonna and then mainly to his fans that fucking back it, and then getting their fucking feelings every fucking time I open my mouth. Which leads me into my fucking quote, because this all started when I was just listening to Kids See Ghosts with Kanye and Cudi. Just randomly listening to it. I was really enjoying it. And I just tweeted out, Kids See Ghosts still bangs. It's still a banger. And then someone just retweeted it or quoted it and was all going like, yeah, but but Ye's trash. And then I just retweeted it because this person that retweeted is a Drake stan. I just said, Ye is better than Scorpion. And then when that happened, everyone lost their fucking mind in my mentions.
You don't say.
Did they ever?
They lost their minds in my mentions. And I was just like, are you fucking serious? They're going like, you don't believe that. What? What do you mean I don't believe it? I truly do believe it. Because I said that, I said this quote-unquote hot take when Scorpion dropped. I said, Ye is better than Scorpion. And I'm dead-ass serious when I said that. And then, months later, when the album grew on everyone and everyone's having a good time with kikiing and getting into sicko modes and shit, I said it again because I still firmly believe that album was better. And people were just losing their minds in their mentions saying, you hate Drake that bad? Everyone knows Ye is trash. Who's everybody? Am I everybody? This is my opinion. Now, this is the reason why I say to me a lot. I say to me a lot because it's my opinion, because people get in their feelings when I make a statement and they're thinking it's like a universal statement and shit. No, this is just my opinion. So I don't want you coming in with your opinion trying to change my opinion. It's my opinion. Fuck you. So then I double down. I doubled down again because I went back and listened to all the fucking good music drops. And I just said, I'm just going to take it a bit further. All the good music drops from June is better than Scorpion. And then that's when niggas really lost their mind. Niggas were saying, I need to let the Drake hate go. Like, it's almost like it's a universal thing to say that this album is trash because of what Kanye's doing, which is a great point. But at the same time, if we just talking music, I may connect with it more than Scorpion. I can't listen to Scorpion more because I can't listen to Scorpion and give it any good review because I'm still thinking about how he's dealing with all this. And it blinds me to the music. Like, the music is trash to me. I'm sorry. I'm still going to dance to the songs when I'm at a club. I want to play it for a female because they like the damn songs. But at the end of the day, it's like, whatever. And the fan bases were just blowing up my mentions. Niggas, like, it's crazy. I search my name sometimes, and these Drake fans be talking about me. Like, I'm so notorious for... I'm notorious for talking about Drake a lot. Which I do because he's the biggest artist ever. Well, not ever, but as of right now.
Yeah.
You know? And sometimes I was wondering, like, do I talk about him so much? And then I went and searched my name in Aubrey, because I call him Aubrey a lot, because I don't know. The name's funny to me, so I just call him Aubrey. I don't know what's funny.
It's a girl's name.
I don't know what's funny, Aubrey or Marshall? Like, Marshall Matters?
Yeah, but that's not
Aubrey,
a girl's name.
are you dissing?
He doesn't even sound tough. Like, nigga named Aubrey. Marshall sounds like a fucking serial killer. So, yeah, see? So, like...
Oh, it's Jimmy fucking Graham.
Didn't they just say that he didn't have no, like, connection?
Yep.
Damn you, ESPN.
Anyway, so... Everyone was just in my mentions, and it was just the fan bases were just blowing me up. It was just hilarious. It was funny to me. I just ignore half of it, but it was just like, are you niggas really just niggas be calling me delusional?
If we keep it a buck, I was tempted to join in the mob against you.
Oh, fuck you. You know, I would have called you with the quickness. Really?
But only because 3 of those good music releases were definitely better than Scorpion.
I get
Daytona, Kids See Ghosts, and keep that same energy.
Yeah.
Yay. I went back and listened, and I was like, nah.
I understand.
And I'll be quite honest. Ever since we broke down Nasir, I have not replayed that album once, or even had the urge to go back and replay that shit.
Me neither.
I replayed it.
I like Nas, but Nasir?
Yeah, that just it.
That ain't it.
It wasn't it.
I get you with that, but that's y'all opinion. You know, music just...
Yeah, no, definitely.
But you're not going to go crazy about it. Niggas were really thinking that I really hate this motherfucker that much. I'm going to say that 2 universally, quote-unquote, universally trash albums are better than another kind of superb album.
But it's hard to even call that shit superb, though, because as, like I mentioned, right?
Shout out to Young Tay.
Yeah, of course. As a whole, it's not good. It's just overall, like, not good.
You know what's not good? Look at the score.
Shut up.
Say Adams. Let my youngin' eat, man.
I did say 2, right? Okay.
Let my youngin' eat.
I said 2.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's not a good album.
Yeah.
Scorpion.
Nah, so the thing about it, people probably, in my opinion, what they do is they see the hits. You know what I mean? Like In My Feelings, Nonstop.
Yeah, if you really break it down, God's Plan, what was it? God's Plan,
that shit,
In My Feelings, fucking
Nice for What?
Nice for What? And then he's gonna release the Michael Jackson single, Don't Matter to Me. And then there's Nonstop, that's getting traction. And
I'm upset got traction because of the video.
I'm upset.
Right.
And then Jaded is getting a lot of love too.
All right, but see, that's like what, 8 tracks you mentioned? That's already more than what's on Kanye's albums.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And that's the only. It's probably
and that's what I think is the biggest argument. Is like, oh, there's only 7 tracks and blah blah blah. You know
and Drake had 25 fucking bitch, and only 8 of them smack.
Yeah, think about that for a second. Like, that's fucking horrible percentage.
Exactly, and that's why I even ask. And then I ask people, do you guys still listen to the album like that? No, I just listen to certain tracks. I don't listen to the whole album, and that's how he failed. Because if I really love your album, I'm gonna listen to the whole shit back to back, even if it's a double album. Like, you listen to Big Crit's album back to back, like the double album. Do you skip any tracks?
No.
All Eyes on Me.
Right, and
oh hell no.
Oh no.
Life After Death.
No.
You get my point.
Life After Death is a story.
I know, but you get my point. Like,
All Eyes on Me is a tale of 2 sides.
Yeah.
Like, disc 1 is, you know, him becoming free, him going with Death Row, and then really disc 2 is like him bouncing back and forth from LA to the Bay.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So you get the mob music in essence with the G-Funk.
Scorpion has none of that. Well,
now
obviously.
this is the only reason why I'm going to say I would pick. And when I say I'll pick Scorpion of it, it's not like I'm saying
it's the album
Scorpion's
of the year.
catapulted to album of the year. No, all 3 of them to me are garbage. The only reason why I'm picking Scorpion above is because if you have that amount of songs that create traction, that says something to me. Also, when you have albums that only have 7 tracks and you start having filler on those, That says something to me too.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's the only reason why I put it ahead of that.
I get you on that. I understand that.
Which was the reason why I didn't initially jump in to troll you and just have fun with it. Because you would have known I was messing around. Like I wasn't serious about it.
Of course.
But they wouldn't have, and that could have been a whole different situation.
Yeah, they.
Yeah.
Okay,
Aubrey's
Eminem.
Angels.
Pause. Eminem just tweeted something saying King Kong ain't got shit on me. Empire State Building is where it's happening tonight. Guess he's performing on Jimmy Kimmel. So,
Is he coming as Venom?
Venom.
Venom.
I really like that song now. Really, really, really do. Point what I'm trying to make. There was a point I was trying to make for here. Anyway, Drake fans are just fucking crazy. Niggas need to get out their fucking feelings and just take that's another reason I have with them is his fucking fans. His fans represent those dudes in high school that didn't get any play at all. And then
The friend zone niggas.
Huh?
The friend zone
They're the
niggas.
friend zone niggas. They're the guys that they're the friend zone dudes that called themselves the nice guy, and when they didn't get the girl, they say, "Well, fuck you too." That's who they are, and they get in their feelings when they see the dude, when they see the chick with the asshole, and then they feel like, and then when they get money, they become the asshole, so they want to be jaded. That's Drake, and that's his fans.
Yeah.
You hoe ass niggas, fuck y'all.
Damn.
And then and then it's even funnier because oh, bye bye. That's a touchdown to CJ, and who's that nigga? Who is that?
Good one.
Come on, man. How the hell do you
There
not
we
know?
go.
Fan.
That was a nice pass. We got ourselves a game, people. Yeah, be shocked.
Niggas.
What did I say?
Shut up.
What did I say?
When we score, I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah.
JC's just
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, so what's your viewpoint on this shit, JC? When it comes to these whole ass and me versus the OVO Legion. Exactly.
I mean, I want to know what some of the worst fan bases are. Just in general, not even including stopping at music. Let's go into sports. Let's really tackle on. Because as far as I'm concerned,
Philly.
Aubrey's Angels, the
Juggalos.
Barbs,
The Juggalos.
Stands.
Juggalos.
Which ones?
The Insane Clown Posse fans. The Juggalos.
That's the first time I've ever heard of that. So
Really?
You never heard them, dog? They're like,
and I know of Insane Clown Posse, but that's
their fan
they're
base
on a whole nother level.
They're like a cult.
Yeah.
well, I mean, when you're a fan of guys that dress like
this is
clowns,
some real shit.
no. When
This
you're a
is
fan
like-
of people who dress like clowns, that's what I would expect.
okay, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
but
yeah,
I
these
haven't heard
motherfuckers-
about them. So
these
because,
motherfuckers will hunt you down and shit like that if you talk shit about ICP. They're about that life.
yeah, well, they should be more concerned at how one of them can't drop kick properly. But
That
that's a whole
too.
other story.
That too. Like there's this one dude. I go on this hip hop forum and he's the only one that supports ICP. And I'm like, I give you respect, man. You support them to the death, and I give you respect for that.
That's how they all are, though, man.
Man, and they even get
Like,
them on the top
seriously.
10. But if you get them out the way, if we just
Yeah, so let's go back. Aubrey's Angels,
Beehive,
Barbs.
they grew up.
Now,
though.
see,
They
here's
grew
the thing.
up. The Beehive grew
Here's
up.
the thing. Beehive was really, they could get under your skin at first. The problem was that Beyonce then started creating art that was actually backing up what they've been saying this whole time.
So it kind of just died out.
So really what happened was that it just became, we were telling y'all motherfuckers all these years, you just didn't want to listen.
Exactly.
So then it's like, okay, I get it. All right, I'll rock with it. But the Stands, the Barbs,
If we go
Aubrey's Angels. Now when I leave music, the Bronze Sexuals.
That's the first time I've ever heard that when y'all said
So
that.
I had debates with these cats once LeBron made it clear he was coming to LA. I was like, look, y'all motherfuckers been, because usually this is the thing. Bronze Sexuals are usually one and the same with Lakers haters.
Yeah.
I never knew there was a
and
name.
Kobe haters.
Yeah,
they're all
definitely that.
it's like a trinity. They're all one and the same. So I had to make it very clear. Look, don't come in with that bullshit. Whenever we win, it's all LeBron, and when we lose, it's everybody else. Because last time I checked, we still won 35 games before he came in. And to do that in the West, that's pretty tough when you have no star.
When you have to try to break down logic,
Especially
to
not
these-
having a star.
Right.
Yeah.
when you have to break down logic to these fans and shit, and they don't get it, and they're just blindly loyal. That's the crazy part. That was stupid. Why'd you do that?
That's idiot.
Stupid.
But the reason why I bring that up, because everybody's like, well, wait, aren't you a LeBron fan? Yes, I am a LeBron fan.
But you have
But
common
with
sense.
these bronze sexuals, you
That's
can
a
say
whole nother story.
you
man.
can say 9 good things about this man, and as soon as your 10th is a criticism, all hell breaks loose.
Who's that one dude on ESPN that's always on his dick too much?
Which one?
Oh damn, the main one, The one who showed up to that game, who got the broomstick.
Oh, fucking the one with the weird ass nose.
White boy,
Nick,
skinny.
Nick Wright.
Nick Wright?
Nick
Yeah.
Wright. There you go. He's on
Fox Sports.
Oh, he's a huge bronzexual.
Oh yeah,
huge
he's probably the president of
bronzexual.
that fan club.
Yeah.
Man, he leads the LeBron Pride Parade.
He was so pissed off at that decision to join the Lakers.
Oh yes,
he hates.
he was.
That's my point.
Yeah.
He loves LeBron and hates the Lakers. LeBron signed over.
Yep.
And he's like, I'm not following him over there.
Wow, at least he has some standards.
Stephen A. Smith was happy as fuck.
But yeah, fan bases. If I can list mine, I would say like the most annoying. It's neck and neck between the Barbs and Aubrey's Angels. Barbs are just delusional ass, basic ass bitches.
No, they are fucking on a whole nother planet, bro.
Yeah, delusional, basic ass bitches. Aubrey stands are just annoying people that are afraid to go back to being the nerd and get nobody. That's why when they diss Drake, it's like they're dissing themselves. It's like I'm dissing them and I'm triggering them. Oh, that's funny. I just realized that.
Cowboys fans
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
And
annoying.
after last night,
Patriots
fans, fuck them.
How do we forget about Philly fans? Philadelphia, the Eagles.
Hey man, they just ride, bro.
They're just riders.
I
Philly
got
fans
no problem
in general
with
are
them.
riders.
Yeah.
They'll piss you off, but
They ride
they're
for
riders.
their team, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, and Cleveland fans were kind of annoying too.
Nah, but after last night, real shit. Fuck the Patriots fans, man.
yeah.
Seriously.
I'm gonna throw
You
a
can't
beer in a man's fucking face
Yeah,
after he scores a
seriously.
touchdown.
And flipping them off the whole time, bro. Like,
The
come
flipping
on,
off I
man.
can get.
Yeah, no, the flipping off. I mean, whatever. You know,
It is
shit
what it is.
happens. Especially you're drunk. Whatever.
But you throw a beer on somebody, that's how Malice started.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he probably Tariq Hill. He just had that look on his face, like bring it, yes.
They found out what it was. though.
Watkins got to him quick and like held him back and shit.
Oh.
Like he was telling the crowd, he's like, "Hey, back the fuck." Basically, I
True.
don't know what he said, but
Yeah.
like, he was like, "Back the fuck up."
But anyway,
They found out who the fan was. That motherfucker's banned.
Good. I said that
No
shit.
offense. Yeah.
I tweeted that shit.
but yeah, when it comes to these fan bases, the Drake fans, y'all just need to get out your feelings. It's just my opinion. My.
To be
opinion.
fair though, we have some motherfuckers in our fan base, Laker Nation, that are just
Oh, yeah.
stupid as fuck.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'll add
A lot of them are
us to that
delusional.
mix too.
Yeah, Lakers
because
fans
Yeah.
have to be in there.
Yeah,
Y'all
like-
have to
No,
be there.
definitely.
for every
It's the ones-
me and Martine, there's probably like
Yeah.
5 motherfuckers that
Or
They
probably
don't,
2 to
they
5
don't
ratio.
even know shit.
Yeah.
like
See, that's why
yeah,
that's why my boy Red's a Laker fan too.
in my opinion, that
Yeah.
goes with a lot of fans in general. Like
Right.
The blind one.
football
Kanye fans
football
too.
Fans
We gotta put-
really irritate the shit out of me.
Kanye
They
fans, you
don't
gotta
know
put
the
them
game.
on there too. They Kanye fans really showed how blindly loyal they are with
That's
him.
true.
They
That
really
is true.
showed how blindly loyal they are with him. They,
You know,
yeah.
the annoying ones, the worst ones, are the uneducated ones. Basically, you know what I mean. That's
Pretty
what it
much.
boils down
The
to.
ones that bring up cells all the damn time. That's
Well, I mean that
he sold.
it's
He sold.
uneducated.
He sold.
You know what I mean?
when
It's like-
every time I bring up Daytona, they'll go like, "How can people say that Scorpion isn't the album of the year and people are still listening to it? Of course, it's album of the year." And I'm just like,
it's album of the year because of these like 8 songs out of 25. Come on, man.
I don't
Come
know what
on,
to say, man.
Just do better.
Yeah.
Shit.
In the words of LeBron, do better tomorrow. That's
better.
probably what he told. That's probably what he texted.
Be better tomorrow.
That's what he
Be
texted
better
Aubrey.
tomorrow.
That's what he texted Aubrey after the whole shit. Be better.
That's probably where he came up with that shit.
Yeah.
Be better with the next nigga that disses you. Because this all comes in threes. Because I still believe something's going to happen to Drake before this year is over. Not nothing life-threatening. But something else is
nothing
going to...
malicious.
Nothing like that. But I made this prediction that he's still on tour right now. And Pusher is like retweeting shit and all this other crap. Because he still keeps dissing Kanye. He keeps doing the subliminal shit. He keeps bringing that energy to him.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen where he's going to be embarrassed again. And it's not going to be pretty. I was right before. You better hope I'm wrong, niggas. Anyway, I'm better now. I got that out of my system. I held that in. I was chill when y'all showed up. Then when I kept talking about it, I kept getting pissed off. So this podcast is like therapy sometimes for me. Anyway, so when we talk about streaming, Spotify revealed their most streamed songs, albums, and artists,
Yeah.
which was pretty interesting.
The last 10 years.
Yeah, Drake was number 1, obviously. Shape of You. Yeah, Shape of You from
Oh, okay. Nice.
His Train was last year.
most streamed songs of all time. Shape of You was number 1.
Wow.
And number 3. And also, if you look at number 3, the top streamed artist of all time, Eminem. Still, that's crazy to me. All these years later, he's the only. Yeah, he's like the only one, the only new one. Him and Kanye and Rihanna.
I mean, the top 3 really don't surprise me when you break down Let's talk about it real quick. Drake, pop friendly rapper.
Base.
Yeah, his fan base.
That's
Fan
there.
base is like loyal
Ed
as fuck.
Sheeran, a white boy that sounds like he's got some soul. That doesn't surprise me. And then Eminem, which is
He's
the poster child for
white
white
rap.
rapper. Yeah, like
Yeah,
the top three doesn't
period.
surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So then they said the most streamed. What was it? The most streamed albums globally goes to Ed Sheeran's division. Bieber's Purpose, Aubrey's Views, Ed Sheeran X again, Post Malone, Beer Pongs, and Bentley. I was like, wow,
That shit.
that's crazy to
I
me.
don't get it, man.
Did you hear about in the Grammys how they only going to put him in the pop section? They're not going to put him in hip hop.
Good.
Him
That's where he
Well, he
belongs.
said he didn't want to be a rapper, so
That's it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But yeah, him and
That's where he
Cardi are
belongs.
also not going to be in the best new artist category either.
Who?
Cardi and Post Malone for the Grammys. They
Wait,
said
why isn't Cardi gonna be in there?
some shit they said. I forgot. I didn't read
Or
the
I mean,
whole
Post
article.
Malone too, whatever. But
well, Post Malone shouldn't be in the new artist. This is his
wait,
second
what?
album.
is it?
Yeah.
What was the first
Yeah,
one?
White Iverson years ago.
Oh shit, you're right. I
People
forgot
thought he was
I
a one-
forgot all about that.
Niggas
shit.
thought he was a one-hit wonder until fucking Rockstar came out.
Right.
And the Weeknd Starboy is number 6. Scorpion had 7 because he's all the
Of course,
records it
billion,
broke.
yeah, billion
Yeah, of
streams.
course.
Beauty Bound the Madness by the Weeknd.
Oh yeah, there it is. Post Malone.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Post Malone, Stoney, and Kendrick. Damn was number 10. Damn.
Damn.
That's just pretty interesting to me. I'm like, damn, niggas really do. That's the most streamed, and Drake's number 1. Like when this decade is up, you know how Eminem had the like best selling artist of the decade. Drake's pretty much single handedly has that. Like he's pretty much breaking all types of records every damn week. Like this today, he's out of the top 10. Technically, his solo shit is out of the top 10 on the charts. That's the first time in 37 weeks he's been gone. But technically, he's still on there because sicko mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, I'm just looking at this list. I'm not surprised. I'm going back and I'm looking at each of the top songs over the last 10 years. This is a pop-friendly list. So I'm not surprised that you don't see really in-depth hip-hop on here other than who's at the forefront. I mean,
You see, I am
Macklemore and Ryan Lewis had the top song in 2013 with Can't Hold Us. Like,
Black Eyed Peas with I Got a Feeling. Yeah, damn. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, this doesn't really surprise me.
I mean, people still listening. And other awards that were coming out, I didn't watch it. The American Music Awards was this
Yeah,
week.
I didn't watch it.
And this is the thing y'all need to know. The American Music Awards is fan voted. So if you guys were on Twitter, you guys kept seeing the vote, like a certain artist kept popping up and saying, yo, if you think this person deserves to win, best album, best new artist or whatever, click here. It was promoted. You saw it on your timeline. And the person I kept seeing the most on there was XXXTentacion. And I knew he was going to win because I had over like 1,000, 2,000 retweets. So I knew he was going to win, and he ended up winning Best R&B Album.
Yeah.
that one I don't get, man.
A lot of these were weird. Well, first and foremost, Camila Cabello, she had a great night. She won a lot of shit.
She has a good fan, but she's probably promoting because people were shocked that Drake didn't win.
You're talking it's beyond that. Like, you talk about leaving Fifth Harmony, go solo, and then bam, you doing this. Like, it's not a bad look.
People were mad that Drake didn't win anything, but I was like, yeah, because Drake didn't promote it. He didn't campaign. He didn't care.
Yeah, he's too
mean,
busy
that's what it boils down to,
He's too
man.
busy trying to find excuses on why he didn't respond.
Yeah.
That takes up a lot of time. You can't interact with your fans and have them vote for you because you're so busy trying to brainwash them to get them to
Drake
believe
is
your side
hiding
of the story.
behind his plaques. He's hiding that black eye. You know how females, when they get in fights and there's a black eye on their face and they put all that makeup on to try to cover
sunglasses,
it? Sunglasses.
the big-ass ones.
That's what Drake does with his plaques. Those are his plaques and his accolades. He covers that up with that.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Black Panther won favorite soundtrack.
That makes
Of course.
sense. Yep.
Realistically, what else is gonna win?
The one category that everybody's like, what the fuck does that mean? Migos won favorite duo or group for pop rock.
What?
What
Like
kind
I
of
said,
shit is that?
They're behind. They're probably the only ones that showed up. So
Yeah,
it's
everybody's kind of like
whatever.
But the trolling was A1 on Twitter because everybody's like, "Oh, Migos got the best pop rock. We told you they were better than the Beatles."
Oh
Some
shit!
niggas actually believe it. Charlamagne actually believes this shit that they're like people really do believe Beatles are better than the Beatles. Like they never heard a Beatles record in their fucking life. Which 9 times out of 10 they never heard a Beatles record in their fucking life. You better put some respect on Paul McCartney and them names. Paul McCartney, John Lennon, who else? Ringo? Nah, fuck him. He's trash.
How you gonna say put some respect on their name and then
Nah,
fuck him.
As a whole group, as a whole group, besides Ringo, put some respect on the Beatles. Put some respect on them.
But keep it on Migos. We'll actually stay here for a little while. Offset clearly got some issues with Joe Budden.
For whatever reason.
I don't know why, but Joe went on Instagram and promoted State of the Culture. Offset goes and leaves some comments saying, I watched your show. You a grown-ass nigga speaking on women. I seen you in Barnes and you ran like I was gonna do something to you. You a hoe-ass nigga. Soon as you get touched, you gonna be police. Now, this was actually funny as fuck to read, especially after hearing, what was it, the Wednesday or the Saturday podcast?
Wednesday.
The Wednesday one, because when Joe was saying, wait, I wasn't running. Oh, shit, he caught me when I had to go to the bathroom. And then from there, I could picture it being like a music video where Drips is playing in the background and the nigga's in slow motion, like ducking, but he's looking for the bathroom.
Oh,
and then
shit,
Offset just happens to look in his back like, the fuck is he doing? And I was like, yo, they need to animate that shit and put that shit out.
They probably are. I mean, that was just random. I mean,
No, it's
Joe was
random.
getting
It's like,
dissed
wait.
more. Joe was getting dissed more transitioning to media than he was as a
Which is all the more reason
mean,
why I
but is
sided
he?
with him and not giving cats bars. Because it's like, you didn't appreciate it when I was giving you bars. When it was just this little podcast. But now all of a sudden my name's popping. Everybody wants to come diss me. Nah, you can't have these bars.
I mean, but he was getting dissed as a rapper as well, though.
Yeah, he was. But
You know what I mean?
he
Like,
was
not all the
avoiding.
time.
Well, no, but
Like,
he
just
wasn't. No,
random
but he
ass
wasn't
shit.
getting diss records. He was just getting dissed.
Period.
Now it's a fad to drop a diss record.
Or diss
Or,
line.
I mean, we're looking at this shit on Instagram, dog. You know what I mean?
Right, but this is after the
The whole Ice Tray or
the compilation.
whatever.
Yeah, Ice Tray. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. But when we get into album reviews and shit, Quavo decided to drop his Quavo Huncho solo album, and he should have just kept this in the vault.
It's 19 tracks.
Yeah,
He should have only dropped 10 or 11 of them.
Should have been
Yeah.
5. Should have been an EP. I mean, the only one I liked on here, honestly, was the record with Cardi B and Madonna.
I wasn't even really feeling that one.
That was the only one I felt, kind of. Everything else literally sounded the
Yeah.
same. I mean, he had a song on there called Huncho Dreams, where he was, I guess it was his response to Barbie Dreams, and he pretty
We'll
much...
get into that. Keep that real quick.
That's pretty much all I need to talk about, because I don't care a fuck about this album.
No,
At all.
Swing was alright. I like Swing a little bit. Lost with Kid Cudi. It's cool. Like, it's Migos as a whole just let me down this year. Like, to come off of what they did in 2017 with the first Culture, how they were moving with features and
That
everything.
was all Leor Corin, man.
Like,
He was
and
the
then,
one booking
you
it.
get into this year, and
That's what
it's-
happened.
Yeah, did you see that shit?
Nah, but then we get into this year, and then it's just nothing but. Well, I don't care about that. I'm trying to talk. We're doing a podcast, my nigga.
I know. Talking.
Yeah, and then you get into this year, then you drop 24 fucking songs on Culture 2.
Yeah.
And then,
None of them hit. Besides, a
well,
few.
some of them hit, but it wasn't. We didn't need 24 track culture of Culture. Could have been another 13, even 14.
Yeah, that would have worked.
Right.
Maybe 10.
Flip the Switch with Drake was actually decent enough to work.
That verse didn't. Nah, that wasn't it.
It's not about the verse. You gotta understand, people don't listen to Migos for the verses.
No,
So
not
for that, I
the
don't-
verse. No, I'm talking about Drake's feature and the song as
Well,
a
no, but
whole.
but that's what I'm saying. It would have worked enough. If that was like the lead single, just off of Purpose and everything, that would have been it. Mm-hmm. But now we're gonna go back into Huncho Dreams, and
Yeah, that whole.
this is a clear shot at Nicki.
You sure it was a shot? It was mostly him just responding, saying, "Yeah, I would fuck you."
Did you listen to that record?
I listened. And I can't really tell if he was serious or not.
Did you see what happened at his release?
What happened in his release?
Oh, you didn't see it.
We now know who bought the bags when she was going crazy in that video.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
So you
how
missed-
did I miss
So,
that?
all right, there was a neon light behind, like on the back wall.
Yeah.
And it said Huncho Dreams, right? And then, was it Cardi, right?
No, it was a lookalike.
So-
Okay, I wasn't sure whether it was Cardi
Actress.
or
Yeah, somebody.
How
else.
did I miss this?
Yeah, she was like getting a bag and like going crazy over it.
That's why when he says in the song, "I bought the bag,"
Oh, so Quavo was fucking wow.
but it's something bigger than that. He drew a line in the sand. You fuck with Cardi, you fuck with us.
wow,
That wasn't just some regular ass.
And then
like,
Cardi sent a sub diss to her on the Madonna record.
Yep.
You're trash, Nicki. See, I'm really verbatim. I didn't say to Drake. I said it to Nicki, because then it just gets even worse. Because I saw this. This was just like, wow, bro. Fucking Nicki goes on Instagram and she sees that Queen is trending on Apple Music. So she's thinking everyone's talking about her album that came out when? When did it come out? September?
Her album?
Yeah, Queen.
August.
Came out in August. So
Yeah.
what? It's October now. 2 months after. You thinking it's trending, so people are talking about Queen. You do your research, everyone's talking about the band.
The band Queen.
Queen.
Yeah.
Being that there's a movie coming
Right.
out.
You know,
Yeah,
one of the
that would
greatest
make
bands
sense.
of
Yeah.
all time.
Right.
Bohemian Rhapsody is, dropping soon.
The greatest song of all time. Don't care if you black, white, or Asian. That is the greatest song of all time. One of the greatest songs of all time. You best put some respect on Queen, not peasant. Queen. So Nicki's a fucking dumbass and a bird. That's that. Anyway.
But
more
did she say something though?
Yeah,
or-
she did. She went on.
She was
Twitter.
talking about, like, I guess in her way, joking about canceling people's bags and stuff.
Oh,
But
wow.
the joke wasn't hitting.
Yeah.
Like all of her fucking tweets.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's Nicki.
Like, she had to explain those tweets
Oh,
again.
God.
So it was like,
she
And
had
then
to-
she's
she had to
feeling-
pull a genius on her
yeah.
tweet.
And then I guess she announced Queen Radio for like the first time, but I was like, nah.
It's starting to lose its mustard to me now. Because she ain't saying shit.
Yeah, that's like my point, which we gave too much free game on this podcast on how she could really transition smoothly. She went and did the completely opposite. She wanted to do messy ass shit, bird shit,
She is a bird.
and that's what you get.
And
So that's that.
And then she goes, yeah, that's pretty much all we need to go. Let's talk about some great shit. Ellie Ma.
LMA.
LMNOP.
Come on, man. Get it together.
Shut up.
That's basically what it was. Like LMNOP. That's what the album was.
I actually like this one. That was a great, sigh of relief after Quavo dropped this shit. Everyone's
good
just
album.
fumbling shit today. Everyone's fumbling. So yeah, her self-titled album.
Did they fumble?
Yeah, I don't know, probably. Anyway, that self-titled album, her self-titled album, I liked it for what it was. It was a solid debut album to me. Oh, that's a fumble. Ooh. And like I liked Good Bad, Dangerous was a good one. Sauce was cool.
Maybe not.
Whatchamacallit, that should not have been on there. That was the only one I was
Whatchamacallit is trash.
That should not have been on
Who
there.
the fuck calls cheating? This is a whatchamacallit. Nah, bro. No.
Shot
It's
Clock.
not what we call it.
I like Shot Clock. Everything with John Legend. John Legend was a great one. Gut Feeling with Her was cool. And everything else, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was cool. The one thing I could have done without was her acronyming her name.
Her name, yeah, because
And then
she said in the beginning on Twitter, she said, "Y'all need to listen to the album in order. Don't before you press shuffle. Listen to the album in order."
Which is sad that any artist has to say that
because
this time and age,
motherfuckers
but,
in
oh well.
this era really do listen to albums on shuffle on their first listen, which is
fucking devil worshippers. I tried to tell you. You were like, I take it too far, but
that
then,
is too far, man.
well.
Just say something else instead of devil worshippers.
no.
No. You're like, no. Like,
Are you gonna say that Scorpion's better than Yang?
press Draymond Green? What do you think?
No.
There you go.
Well, hey, you have yours, I have mine,
The devil worshippers, though.
and together we'll be fine.
Well, yeah. Ellie. Oh, is there more to Ellie Mae? For your
No, I mean
review?
that was the only thing, because just from the standpoint, like, I wanted to highlight a bunch of these songs on some playlists, but now it's just like, damn, I can't really do too much. And then on top of that,
Really?
after every one of these good songs I like, she's talking about
Oh,
one of the letters.
she to Pimp and Butterflied you.
No, she didn't.
That's what I meant.
No, she did the opposite. Like, to Pimp a Butterfly, like, it was like, oh, there's a story at the end. And at first, I was like, when I'm listening, I'm like, why is it? Oh, she's gonna be talking to Left Eye or Leah at the end. Oh shit, nigga. And then when it got to the end, I was like, what the fuck kind of bullshit was it? You didn't even. There wasn't. Get that shit the fuck out of here.
Well, she didn't do it on all of them. Not like
Like I said, she did it on the songs I wanted to put on.
Oh damn, that
Yeah.
sucks.
Like, Sauce is a fucking joint.
Yeah, we can still put it on there.
But she's talking lust, and all that shit
Then
that
put
leads
a
into...
lust song.
Hell no. This ain't a whatchamacallit.
They go, what you call it?
No, but aside from that, it was a great album. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, it was a
album.
solid debut. You know, it was cool.
Yeah.
So last week, me and JC just had a random conversation about Usher. Not last week. It was like 2 weeks before.
Ago, yeah.
Yeah, we had a random conversation about Usher. Then we just both realized we summoned him. We knew that something was coming, and something came, and it really went. Him and Zaytoven dropped a collab album called
Ziggy Zay.
A.
Hey.
Which was all based in Atlanta. It was Hey, Mud Boy. You hey, Mud Boy. And it was 8 tracks. And when I saw, I was like, Usher and Zaytoven. That's when I had that feeling like, And I saw how he was looking. I was like, this ain't gonna be a lot of R&B. And after I listened to the first track, I was like, this ain't it. And
the trailer had me hyped. Because it was, showing everything Atlanta. They had Cascade, a few other spots. I was hyped. And
then you press play.
Stay at home. I was 50-50 on the first spin. Because I was like, okay.
Me, I was just like, I knew exactly where the album was going.
And then ATA popped up, and I was like, oh, so this
is where we going.
This is what we're doing the entire duration of this half an hour. Well, I started, so I gotta finish. Yeah. But there were 2 highlights.
What was your
one of them I actually can't tell which one was the other, so. But the first one for sure was Birthday.
Yeah, Birthday was cool.
Birthday is actually what Ratchet Happy Birthday should have sounded like.
It was like a fucking layup. It was like a fucking here, nigga.
Yeah. It's really hard to fuck up a song with the birthday when you're just naming off people who could possibly have a birthday. Yeah. Like, you can't fuck that up. Now, it's either between She Ain't Tell You or Say What You Want. I can't remember because both those songs start with S's, and I'll just leave that there.
I think those were the ones I kind of liked a little bit. Then after that, Gift Shop, that's when I turned it off. I was like, I'm done. You disappoint me, Usher. We summoned you. We summoned you. Now we want you to go away. See, all we asked from you, Usher, was just to give us an R&B album.
Especially in a time where all of his peers at his age have been giving us grown music.
Yes.
And it's worked. Like, we have finally reached the point where our culture is no longer discriminating against the elders who, I don't want to say stay in their lane, but have made their names off of a sound and continue that sound and don't try to jump into situations that they just don't mix with.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it's 2018, and some of the best albums we heard are...
444.
No, that was last year.
Oh, last year? Oh, for this year. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm just saying in general.
Oh, yeah, Victory Lap and then fucking...
right, because Nipsey ain't a young boy. He's not young. He's in his 30s.
Want to say Redemption, too, maybe?
Redemption is another one. I mean, even J and B.
Yeah, Everything is Love. And I guess you could say kind of mature Eminem on Kamikaze.
Right. So, I mean, there is plenty of room for artists within our culture who have aged
and evolved
to make music that they were making millions off of when they were younger, and yet he chose to go the other route.
He tried to go the young way route.
Yeah, and I was like, bruh.
He did it again. And it's like, dude, that's not what we want from you. Even in the videos in the Apple Music, he did, I guess, Usher Radio, or the interview with Zane Lowe, whatever, and he was saying how happy he was, and he was getting all these people hitting him up like, yeah, congratulations on the album, man. The album's a classic. You know, I hate people in the industry that talk to all these legends, talk about how great the album is when they know they lying their asses off. Like, fuck.
Sounds like it done talking about, that shit was bullshit, man. But I need me an Usher hook later on.
You feel me? No one even calls Usher for a damn. No one even calls Usher for a hook no more. Like,
well, that was 3 years ago, but still.
Now. I mean, just like, and then he said, like, I saw the clips from the interviews, and he was saying, like, yeah, me and Zaytoven in the studio. I was in Atlanta, and we did this shit in 5 days. And I was like, that explains everything. You did this shit in 5 days. It's 8 songs you did it in 5 days, and y'all wanted to release it, thinking y'all going to get them numbers. No.
Like, had he dropped an 8 to 10 track LP, and the one record for sure has been Birthday, and then whichever one of those next 2 records, had he put those 2 on and mixed it with some R&B, I feel like that'd have been a great balance.
He needs to be around Jermaine Dupri, man. That's what it needs to come down to. Be around Jermaine Dupri. Everyone wants confessions. That's what everyone keeps saying. Everyone wants confessions. But you're not going to get confessions. If you want confessions, go listen to confessions.
I just want R&B.
That's all we want. Usher's good at that. He is extremely good at that.
I don't want trap and B. Like, I just want R&B.
Yeah, when did the confessions come out?
2004.
2004. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long time ago, bro. You need to conform. Dude, he was on. I remember before the other bullshit that he did. the last shit he dropped. When he dropped Good Kisser and that Nicki joint.
RCA fucked everything up.
Did we talk about this on the air? Did we talk about? Yeah, he was on a roll with that, and then I don't know why I don't know. That took him out of his mode. I don't know, but you need to do better, Usher. Go away.
Do better.
Do better.
Now get out of my sight.
Do better. Anyways, other shit's coming. Khalid's gonna drop his EP. What's it called? Sun City?
Sun City this Friday.
That should have been an album.
At this point, he
You know what I
should have
mean?
dropped.
Like,
This should be his sophomore, considering the year he's had.
Exactly.
Well,
I mean,
maybe
like we said when we were talking about him
That
some
was
episodes ago. Every
opportunity.
feature he's been on this year, he's crushed.
Smack.
He's
Maybe-
been on soundtracks and he's crushed those.
Yeah.
Like the track, What More Can I Say? Or Make Me This Way with her is easily one of my top.
Well, maybe he's
100
not
songs this year.
Maybe he's not in album mode. Maybe he was just feeling.
He's in EP mode.
Well, no. He needs to be creative. He doesn't want to rush it
Well,
out.
look, if
'cause
the
he's hot
EP
right
is
now.
6 or 7 songs, we got a motherfucking problem. Because niggas out here dropping 7 and 8 track albums.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't drop one more song, so, you know. But I'm just saying.
Well, that's coming. Again, we wanted to talk about it a few months ago, but Jeremiah and Ty Dolla $ign will drop their what's it going to be called?
Mai Tai.
Mai Tai?
Tai.
Yeah, like the
That's
drink.
that's going to come out on the 26th. So for real this time, they actually mean it now.
Yeah. They dropped the 3rd single last
hope
week
so.
and then they announced it.
And what's his name? Young Berg, aka Hitmaker, is executive producing it. I stayed away from
course.
this. I stayed away from the song because I actually want to listen to it.
Yeah.
No, after the first joint, I haven't listened to anything.
Yeah.
I've purposely been waiting for 2 or 3 fucking months for this.
You
a long time to drop now,
you
niggas.
get that Nazir anger.
Nah.
You like the way you take 2 fucking months.
2 or 3 months is different from 2 years or however many years.
I know it's not going to be on the album, but have you heard that song that they're featured on with The Game and YG?
Yeah.
That shit sound kind of hard, man.
Yeah.
I fuck with that shit.
Tory Lanez is also dropping on the 26th. He's got a new project, Love Me Now. See how that goes.
That's about it on that.
Anderson .Paak, he's finally dropping. He's announced the date.
November 16th, 3 days after my
He
birthday.
just made the cutoff because our cutoff is Black Friday. He makes it a week early, so shouts out to you because we've been waiting for this motherfucking album because I don't feel like I can complete my list until I hear
I'm
it.
telling you, the only people I'm waiting on right now at this moment is Anderson, Gambino, because I feel it is coming. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I feel his album is going to randomly just drop. And this mysterious Busta Rhymes album that everyone keeps. All
I'm
the
waiting for
hip-hop
Meek. I
heads.
hope Meek Mill makes the cut
Yeah, him
Yeah.
too.
because I just saw another album.
I just want to hear that shit.
Another album I played over the weekend was Belly's album Immigrant. Decent project. Meek is featured on the title track, and to me, he dropped a top 10 of 2018 worthy verse. Like that
Yeah,
shit
he was spitting.
He spit his ass
He
off.
played it for us before we recorded. Yeah, he was spitting.
Yeah.
And Mariah Carey's going to drop an album. Caution.
Same day as Oxnard,
that
which is
could-
going to be November 16th.
That shit could wait.
So there's music still coming, but at this point, you know, the list's already starting to be formed, and
Yeah, mine's kind of looking complete until someone else comes.
yeah.
But another album I told JC to listen to. Oh, you better run, nigga. Ooh. Okay. So, another soundtrack that came out 2 weeks ago, it went number 1, was A Star Is Born that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
That was low-key a good-ass soundtrack. Like, JC made the prediction earlier this year that soundtracks are going to make a comeback, and it did. There's some boppers on that fucking soundtrack, though. Lady Gaga released some boppers on there. Don't let the trailer fool you. Like, she has some boppers on there.
So we got the A Star Is Born soundtrack,
Black Panther
soundtrack, Uncle Drew
Drew.
soundtrack.
Ooh,
we
get him now! Yes! Motherfucker!
No, you can't. I know you get excited. You still can't lean towards the microphone.
I'm sorry. I told you. I warned you. Ha!
Even when you, we're never gonna get anybody to sign this damn podcast. So yeah, that soundtrack, the Superfly soundtrack. I think there's one more.
Okay, Black Panther, Star Is Born, Superfly, Uncle Drew, Superfly soundtrack, and that's it.
I feel like there's one.
Blind Spotting.
There you go. Yeah.
The Blind Spotting soundtrack. we actually in this game, Martine.
What the fuck did I tell you?
I told you the truth,
Off the
but
rip.
now I'm being lied
Off the
to.
rip, I was telling you, bro.
How do you tell somebody the truth and then get lied to?
It's
Because
my truth.
well, your truth sucks.
Yeah, like I said, I'm wrong.
Your truth includes Yay over Scorpion. So
I'm wrong until the Niners prove me. I'm right till the Niners prove me wrong.
Did I not say we were going to be in this game?
yeah, you said that.
Okay,
I am right
That's all
until
I wanted to know. Shut up.
I'm right until the Niners prove me wrong, and we're in the lead 21-20 for now. Anyway, Star is Born, the movie itself, I said it earlier, great movie starring Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga, co-starring Dave Chappelle. Randomly, Eddie Griffin was in this shit, and Andrew Dice Clay. You know Andrew Dice Clay, the stand-up comedian dude. Forget about it, nigga. He got banned from MTV. Damn, really? Damn, I'm old as hell. But yeah,
Don't remember shit.
Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay. He was in it, and a random cameo from Quavo. It was during like an award show scene, and Lady Gaga. He was literally sitting
In the movie?
Yes. In the movie.
Wow.
He was literally sitting right like behind Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. I was like, is that Quavo? That is Quavo. Wow.
Random as shit.
Yeah.
Watch it be Takeoff.
No, it's Quavo.
Because he can't tell the difference between the three.
It's Offset.
Whatever, nigga. It was Quavo. And
It was Lil Yachty.
what's also
Barely learned how to say Quavo.
Anyway, the movie itself was really good. It's going to get a lot of Oscar buzz. It's going to probably win some Oscars. But the funny thing, Tabit, I found out, was Clint Eastwood was supposed to direct it. And
That looks like a movie that he would direct.
yeah, and Will Smith and
Yeah.
Beyonce were supposed to be the main roles.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how that would have worked. I think it should have been Jamie Foxx if it was going to, because Bradley Cooper was really singing in it. And another tad bit about the music, like in all the songs, they literally recorded at music festivals. Like before, I forgot. I think Bob Dylan or somebody. They opened up for somebody, and Bradley Cooper would come out saying, "Yeah, we're filming a movie. Just pretend you guys care, and yeah, action."
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
That's kind of tight.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And they pretty much got a free Lady Gaga show.
Yeah.
That's
And not only
that's kind of dope.
that
man.
is dope.
I can't even front on that.
And
shit.
they were singing live.
That's actually how they do that a lot of times.
Really?
They don't got the amount to just bring everybody
That's
to
true.
a fucking
Yeah.
set. Just go
That
to a
makes
fucking
sense.
festival.
And they green
Yeah.
screening and shit, but nah,
Right.
man, Gaga sang her ass off, man, and she's gonna get an Oscar. I promise you. I don't know what kind, maybe Best Actress or Best Picture. Oh, not Best Picture, Best Original Song. So Kendrick got some competition, but yeah, y'all should go see A Star Is Born. Really, really, really good movie.
Yeah, I plan on
really, really good movie.
Let's see. Speaking of Will, Jada is setting to produce a film called 12 O'Clock Boys, and that is going to be starring Meek Mill.
Good for him.
A round of applause. Round of applause for A Star Is Born and for that.
Well, yeah, Bradley Cooper got a #1 album too with Lady Gaga because it's credited as Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga, and it went #1. So this is his first #1 album.
We reached a time where soundtracks aren't even various artists anymore.
You
Like
feel
it's
me?
listed
Yeah.
by one main artist.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah,
That's kind of tight too. I like
Big, major shout out.
to 50.
Yeah, and round of applause.
It's just quiet. Yeah,
It sucks that there was actually not a play going on because that'd have been perfect time for you to lose your damn mind. Yeah, 50 just announced that, well, not just announced, but he announced that he secured a $150 million multi-series deal with Starz. And he is quoted as saying, "Told you I was working." And that's that.
that's
Then
that.
the nigga wrote stars on his forehead.
This nigga's stupid. 50's
I mean, man, they just paid him 150 million.
and he's
I would
and
write
he
that
was
shit on
and
my
he's and
forehead,
they're saying
too.
he's directing an episode of Power too. So
I don't think it's an episode. I think he's directing a bunch of episodes.
good for him.
Yeah.
I wonder if Kendrick's coming back.
I don't know.
I'm praying.
Oh, maybe.
Get him! Sorry.
Steve
All of a
Carell.
sudden, look at this
So
guy.
they were talking about, obviously, the rumors about the Office reboot.
That's not.
Whatever. So they brought it up with Steve Carell, and he's like, I don't think that's going to be a good idea because in this climate, Michael Scott is just pure inappropriate behavior, and it's just going to be a good time. And I was watching it, and I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
the Diversity Day alone would
They
have.
quiet in Green Bay.
Diversity Day alone would have just been enough to,
Y'all
you
getting
know.
Kaepernick flashbacks.
Are you going to keep cutting me off with
Sorry.
damn game?
You do that with Laker games, man. You did that shit.
Yeah, that was
That
a year ago, motherfucker.
No, revenge, nigga. Go on.
I was waiting for you.
No,
You weren't paying attention.
Ain't nothing going on now.
No, I
Steve
was waiting for
Carell.
you to comment. You weren't paying attention.
Oh, with Steve Carell? Yeah, well, yes. They shouldn't reboot it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Sampha.
No, go ahead. No, just go.
Okay. Well, Sampha said he had the honor of writing a new song for a film called "Beautiful Boy," which is coming out. Which came out in the U.S. It's a song with Sampha. He just wrote it, so I didn't hear it, but that's shout out to him. We already talked about Aladdin.
Okay, so the reason why they brought it up is because Steve Carell is starring in this film, so that's the correlation.
Oh, my bad.
That says right there in the picture too, as you know.
Oh, and a bunch of hashtags.
Yeah.
Good for him.
All right, I'm not leaving this to you anymore. All right. Now, here's something I really want to get into discussion, because this is another reason why people shouldn't be so quick to rush to fucking Twitter and maybe start going into some handy-dandy notebooks and writing down, some thoughts and some stories. Because it comes to find out that what you put on Twitter is now worth millions of fucking dollars.
The chick is the chick that did the story, she's getting money out of this shit too.
Well, that's the point I'm saying, is that you could put something out and somebody else will take it, credit it as themselves, and then because the tweets are popping, versus you, if you don't have that following, it ain't.
Or maybe stuff that we put out on the fucking podcast that have been popping up and shit. Yeah.
So Hollywood is going to be making the film based, for those who are on Twitter and been familiar with Twitter over the last, let's say, 4 or 5 years. You remember 3 years ago, there was a woman that came on with a story or a tall tale about the stripper world and how that trip to Florida took place.
I remember that.
Yeah, Hollywood said, we're going to cut the bag and we're going to make a movie out of that.
I remember how James Franco was the one who wanted to do that. He was the one that tried to greenlight it and shit. And it went through a whole bidding war. And was it A3's doing it? Yeah, I think A3's doing the shit.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting movie.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Black Lightning gets some new cast members and some familiar faces in those cast members. So for those who remember Max from Living Single, actress Erica Alexander, she's going to be playing Perina, which is going to be Jennifer's therapist, and she has some telepathic abilities. Robert Townsend,
Media Man,
is going to be playing Dr. Napier Frank, who's a member of the Freelance School Board and an ally of Jefferson Pierce. And then Bill Duke.
You see right there? See right there? No, you fucked up, right?
Bill Duke is playing Agent Percy Odell, a hard-nosed and dedicated ASA government official.
Man, you wrote that word for word, huh?
This shit's about to be legit.
Right, so you're a fan of do you really get into Black Lightning? Because I told you about it months ago. And then,
you and Jason both told me just weather the storm for the first 5 or 6 episodes, and it starts getting good after that.
Yep, it sure did.
Weathered the storm, and it was incredible.
Hell yes, it was. It really was. I don't know if it's going to take place in the Arrowverse, they're calling it. That's their DC universe with Supergirl, Arrow. They never specified if it takes place in that universe.
So the fact they got Joe Scott as a villain was dope.
In the first season? Oh, yeah. Well,
and then Krondon came out of nowhere. I was like, where the fuck Krondon been?
I know, right? The whole series is dope, man. I was happy about that.
I want to see Exhibit in season 2. Just make a cameo.
What has Exhibit been doing?
Yo, dog.
We noticed your ride needed a ride, so we put a ride in your car to drive the car driving you.
Since you call Black Lightning, we actually put an actual hurricane in your car.
You ever hear the story, read up on the story about that?
What?
They were never putting that shit in people's cars.
Yeah, of course not.
People were leaving there we gotta take a car back. We gotta take this shit off. Take this piece of shit out of here.
Oh, we playing.
Whack,
fucking Tiffany Haddish was on there. She played one of the friends.
Yeah, she was. Her car got pimped my ride.
Really?
Yeah, when she was trying to get money, she was on that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Never would have guessed.
Wu-Tang. They getting a series on Hulu.
Shout out Wu-Tang in general. I actually was forgetting to bring them up a couple of times over the past few weeks, but they had some big news where couldn't leave them out any longer. So Busby said they're getting their own series on Hulu, and this is actually about them. Ooh. So it's the story of Wu-Tang, how they formed, the touring, the recording, everything.
That's a flag.
So round of applause to them. And then a few weeks ago, I don't know which DJ did it, but he did a mashup of, he had 2 Chainz verses, and he put them over the Enter the 36 Chambers beats. And then he titled it Wu Chains.
That shit was pretty dope. I didn't listen to it. That sounds like a dope ass concept.
No, it was pretty decent, especially considering that 2 Chainz is one of those cats from the South that everybody does regard as a lyricist. So it's actually dope to hear his style go over RZA beats.
If we stay on the Wu-Tang topic, I was just randomly on YouTube, and I have the Complex YouTube page, and I don't know, they have some hype beat shit, and they have like a Wu-Tang shirt and shit like that. And then fucking they asked, they pretty much had, I forgot, I was thinking it was Liquid Swords or whatever from one of the Wu-Tang Clan. I think Jizz's.
Jizza.
Yeah, Jizz's. And they were going around trying to ask the Complex staff, name me everyone in the Wu-Tang Clan, and none of them could.
I always get stuck after the 7th or 8th.
No, but they couldn't name, like, they could only name like one. They couldn't name the rest.
That's disgusting.
That's
Be ashamed of your fucking selves.
How? Where?
Complex.
This is Complex.
Yes.
That's
Trash.
terrible.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
That's
Right.
like,
Y'all
like
know.
I always forget though. The reason why is I always forget you got. Is it Master Ace or Master Killer?
Master
Master Killer.
Master Killer. But from there it's Jizza, RZA, ODB, Meth,
Ghostface Killer.
Ghostface,
Raekwon.
Inspector Deck, Raekwon. You got.
At least
Master Killer.
if they couldn't. No, I'm not going to get into it, but that's just what I want to say about that shit.
Yeah, that's
By the way, it was a DJ Critical Hype.
There you go. Shout out to
There
DJ
you
Critical
go.
Hype.
And then when we stay on topics of soundtracks.
Well, no, Wu-Tang. So I'd also
Oh.
so Ghostface also dropped his Lost Tapes last week. I forgot to bring it up.
Oh, you know what else?
I fucked with that.
You know what? I've been meaning to ask you about this. What do you think about that Prince album that dropped like?
I still haven't listened to it yet.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I haven't listened to it yet.
that's your boy.
Yeah, 1983 recordings. It's not like it's anything like extremely brand new.
I don't know. Anyways,
Like you gotta remember, I'm trying to get my stuff together for this list. So now
I get
it's
it,
like,
but
now it's
still,
like crunch
if
time.
Michael drops some shit, that'll be the first thing I listen to. Shit. Anyway, back to the soundtracks. For the Creed 2 soundtrack. For the Creed 2 soundtrack, Mike Will Made It's gonna make the soundtrack. It's gonna be interesting.
Nah, that's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
Like seriously, I mean, every time they've had a curator for a
soundtrack?
recently, anyways.
Kendrick, 2 Chainz, now Mike
Throw
Will.
Future in that shit.
And Future.
That
Yeah,
was such a
I mean,
big
2 Chainz
prediction.
feature. Yeah.
I mean,
That's not even to like
and
toot
that's
my
not
own
even-
horn. That's like to say like I'm glad soundtracks
oh
are
yeah,
back. Like
no, definitely.
that's
like I
awesome.
said, LeBron.
Even going to the video games, I mean, they had Travis Scott curate. They had
Right.
Who did the Madden one? I know somebody was actually curating that shit. I forgot who the fuck it was.
No, you're right. It was a familiar name.
But yeah,
They
someone
let the
actually did.
WWE
It's like, it
superstars.
seems-
They let the WWE superstars do the soundtrack for their
Oh, see, there you
2K19.
go.
So
Yeah, it seems like every time that there's a curator, the soundtrack usually is dope as fuck. So I'm looking forward to that.
For sure.
So yeah, that's that. Now,
yeah.
Jimmy Butler.
Back to the smoke.
You thought Lana Del Rey had the smoke.
Let's go.
Jimmy Butler. He had smoke for his own teammates.
Yeah. So, everybody's been following up on the drama, especially if you've been listening to this podcast. We've, been keeping up to date what's going on with Jimmy Butler. He don't want to be there no more.
That's putting it lightly.
That's putting it very lightly.
Yeah, he don't want to be there no more. Now, the Timberwolves had it, like I said last week, Timberwolves had a deal in place with the Miami Heat. That deal fell through as of the previous Saturday. The details actually came out this past week. Come to find out, that deal was in fact almost done until the GM or the owner, whoever, wanted more. Pat Riley told that motherfucker, get the fuck off the phone, and he hung up on his face.
He
And that was that.
He said, seriously? And then he just hung up the phone on him like, wow.
So, of course, the front office wants to get him out of there. Tibbs doesn't want to let him go. Of course, his head coach. So this motherfucker shows up to practice on Wednesday.
It said, I'm gonna fuck shit up.
And I'm just going to give you some, for the listeners out there, I'm just going to give you a rundown from these tweets of what actually occurred. He showed up late and was only there for an hour. He punked all of them into a complete silence, saying, say another word and I'll beat your ass. That kind of stuff. He then took the third stringers against the other starters and beat their ass. He was saying, y'all motherfuckers need me. Y'all ain't winning shit without me. All these motherfuckers soft and won't win. They all soft.
SAWFT.
Tibbs didn't say a word. Nobody said a word. Layden, who is the front office guy, he didn't say anything. When it came time to actually guarding and position-wise, he told motherfuckers, I got Cat. Nobody's guarding Cat. I got him. And as Cat's trying to back him down in the paint, he's telling him, yeah, he's soft. The motherfucker ain't got it.
You gotta, who's Cat?
The franchise player. The center.
Karl Anthony
But
Towns.
we've been over that. So by this point, if you, like I said, you pay attention to the podcast.
Like new
you know.
listeners, if y'all listening.
So he's telling Cat, I got Cat. All of it getting shut down because he's soft. And Cat didn't do shit.
That's sad, man.
Pussy.
That is
Now-
sad.
Now, again, he did this in an hour's time. He left. Rachel Nichols was there. He showered up, came back, and went and met her and did an interview.
Yeah.
In the interview, he's like, look, Cat's easily the most talented. Most talented.
Yeah.
Wiggins is has the God-given abilities and talents. I just work hard. There should be no reason why I'm the hardest working one in this gym.
Yeah.
Basically a big old...
It's a mama mentality, pretty
Seriously.
much. If you really want to break it down, it's a mama
It
mentality.
really is.
Yeah.
Didn't
It
Kobe
really
do some
is.
shit like that?
Oh, yeah. What was it, 2012 or 13? Maybe even 14. When he walked out of practice, he was like, I can't do shit with these motherfuckers.
Yep.
Like, the whole point of practice is to get better. I can't work with these motherfuckers. And walk off the court.
And he couldn't.
And it's a good thing social media wasn't around for the 2006 year because we know them stories about Smush Parker and Kwame Brown.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the one thing I could at least say. At least in Smush's defense, Smush wanted the fisticuffs.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Definitely.
Cat and Wiggins just stood there and didn't say anything. Like, they were just laughing it off.
It's like, dude, you're
They
really
were
gonna
shocked.
let him talk that shit to
Right.
you like
They were
that.
probably
and then not
shocked.
only talk that shit, but back it up.
Right. He took third
Come on, man.
He
stringers
took
and
third
beat
strings
them.
and beat them. That's
Yeah.
funny.
He skipped over the guys off the bench that get playing time. He went and took the guys that are fighting for a position just to sit on the bench on the team for the year.
Bro, Cat is like 7, what?
like
7'2", 7'1". He looks down on Jimmy Butler, basically. How the fuck does Jimmy Butler guard him? How does Cat allow Jimmy Butler to guard him?
It should. I'm surprised no one threw no fist. I was surprised no one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
fade.
Nah, they should. It should have happened.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why. I mean, maybe they just pussy. That's just what it comes down to.
That's what Steven
That's
Jackson
why
was
he
saying.
wants to
That's
leave.
what Steven Jackson said.
That's
That's
why.
what Jimmy Butler is saying.
Y'all niggas pussy.
Yeah.
He just needs to leave.
But as of now, he's still there. Well, he can't do anything.
I know.
He's on the
They
contract.
need to get rid of him. Let's get rid of him, bro.
Right, but apparently as of now, he's still going to be suiting up for the season
Whoa.
opener. So we'll see how that
We'll
plays
see
out.
how
But
that
then-
goes.
Yeah.
So then you got, in a segue, you got recently signed forward Mike Muscala with the Sixers. They caught his dad with a burner account.
Wow.
We're
what's up with
officially
this?
in the era
Yeah.
of just of burners.
Damn.
I mean, I think we've always had it, but like now they just really they're not afraid to show it no more. Damn.
Right, so there was an article that got put out as a result of Jimmy at practice, and I guess the article read the best practice dust-ups in NBA history. The burner then quoted, Butler behavior, not a dust-up. This is egomaniacal African-American mental illness. Now, when they went and tried to figure out who was doing these, they went through the timeline and figured out this Twitter account just so happened to be in the same places the Sixers were during their trip to China. When they got down to the load of it, they found out it was old boy's dad.
Wow.
And then Elton Brand, of course, who's the new general manager of the Sixers, and Mike himself, they both had to release some apologies. I don't know about you, but if we talking about fisticuffs, my pop's got to run them fisticuffs for that shit. Like, fuck all that. I need them hands.
yeah.
Like, it's not even the fact, I didn't even do anything, and I got to apologize on your behalf. The fuck you think this
damn,
is?
we gotta go outside. We gotta have a
Yeah,
talk.
man.
We gotta have a talk, bro.
It's just the era of burners, bro. Like,
Burner accounts, man. Celebrities have it this more than you think, man. They just know how to keep their mouth
it's so
shut.
much
Yeah, I
easier
wouldn't
than
doubt
that,
it.
though. Just unplug.
You tell them that.
Like,
I mean,
this
but
shit's so much easier.
So many people are just so sensitive about the shit that they do. You know what I mean?
I understand that.
And that's where that shit like jumps off at.
I understand that. But this goes back to the whole social media being a drug. If you're that tickled where you then have to create a fake email, you know what I'm saying? Or create an email that you don't plan on using, and then you have to go through and log all this
That's a
information.
whole lot of
create-
process. That's a lot of energy.
Like
you
that,
gotta
that's what I'm
put
saying.
in.
Like if you actually think about it,
Yeah.
versus just logging out and deleting the app off your phone for a while.
Nah, you right.
Like,
Yeah,
you're right.
Come on, man. Like,
But that's that makes too much sense. You know what I mean?
That's too logical, man.
Yeah.
You're talking to illogical people right now, Jason.
Yeah, that's true.
See, we be preaching. I don't know why I try either. Oh yeah, not to mention Drake Stan said my name. He said fuck Aaron Busby and Kanye West.
I agree with half of that.
Which half?
And choose wisely.
Which half? I'll never tell.
I'll never tell. Do it. I like that little in the end. like you just have to get that last part in.
So you remember
it.
Martin last week when we were saying the Suns, they got rid of their general manager, and then James Jones and some other cat took over as interim.
Yeah.
Now they're saying they actually want to keep Jim Jones.
Jones.
James Jones. Well, technically he is Jim Jones, but
Yeah, I know.
Ballin'!
James Jones.
No, but that ain't
They're
the
actually
Jim
saying they
Jones
want.
I was thinking of. Shit.
I mean, there's multiple Jim Jones.
Yeah, but don't drink the Kool-Aid, bro.
You feel me?
Or wear Nikes.
Or
So, wear Nikes into a party
I
that's
get-
serving nothing but Kool-Aid and yeah.
Yeah.
So he might actually end up coming. They might just hire him out, outright make
That's
him
what's
GM.
up.
good for him.
That's what's up. I mean, at least he'll get that opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
In the meantime, the Suns went and signed Jamal Crawford, which doesn't seem significant, but to people like Martine and I, we're just looking at it from the standpoint of
You're gonna be one of us soon.
no, we're looking at it like he didn't go to Oakland.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
You didn't go to Oakland.
And that wasn't even a team that was
I was more
speculated.
afraid of Crawford than Cousins, only because Cousins'
Oh, yeah.
injury. It's gonna take a
Yeah.
while for him to get in. Jamal Crawford is the type. You don't need to acclimate him into anything.
No.
This motherfucker plays basketball
good to go.
365.
He's plug and play.
Like he's from
Seriously,
Seattle. He
damn.
goes back to Seattle and plays in pro AMs all day, every
If
day.
he went to the Warriors, man, that would.
Well,
be
he
scary.
played with the Warriors years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
But
Back
if he
when they
would've
were-
went back to him this year
with this team,
with the Monstars.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah. So shouts out to Jamal Crawford. Miles Turner from the Pacers. He got a $72 million 4-year extension. Larry Nance, of course, former Laker,
Yeah.
and of course playing in the same area where his dad played. Of course, his dad's jersey's retired.
Right.
Cavs went and gave him an extension of $44 million over 4 years. Shouts out to them. We want to give out condolences and we want to say rest in peace to the Seahawks and Blazers owner Paul Allen, who we just found out before recording this podcast lost his battle with cancer at the age of 65. He was also one of the co-CEOs or co-founders of Microsoft.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah. So definitely want to extend our prayers and thoughts with his family and loved ones.
Week 6 in the NFL. I didn't watch much, but I know the Raiders. Man,
They went to London, got their ass whooped.
got their ass whooped. That's just it's getting so sad now that Derek, like Martin said in the
man.
group chat, you saw Derek Carr on the ground and he looked like he had pain in his eyes. He was just
he looked
sad.
defeated.
He was legit.
I ain't seen that. I have
crying,
never
dog.
seen that look in his eyes.
And
ever.
then the thing about it, what got me the most is when he ran, because when he ran into the sideline, I mean, I'm not trying to talk shit.
Was it like from Friday?
Yes, yes, dude. That's exactly what I was about
he
to
gonna
say.
cry in the locker
I'm not
room.
trying to talk shit about your boy and all that.
I didn't see that part. All I saw was him
when
getting
he ran away.
up
It was
off the
legit.
field.
Like,
Oh man,
Oh, he gonna cry in the locker room.
for
He gonna
real.
cry on the plane ride home.
It was bad, bro. Like,
He's gonna
real
ask
shit.
him.
It
So
was just
Gruden
bad.
really broke this team. See Raider Nation
he's not
again.
he broke. He's still in the process.
Yeah.
See Raider
Carl
Nation. Yeah, go
Joseph
on.
and now Amari Cooper, which to me doesn't make any sense because the whole point of getting rid of that guy that wore number 52 and was a fucking man boy
He's a monster.
and Khalil
Mud
Mack.
boy- Mud boy.
The whole point of not keeping him was because you were you had to get ready for Amari Cooper's contract. But if you're trying to trade him, what was the point of getting rid of Khalil's contract?
Raider Nation, you asked for this. When you got rid of Del Rio, y'all wanted Gruden because y'all thought it was gonna be a repeat of the glory years. No.
What was her name in The Matrix when he started killing all of them off while they were in? And then she's looking at us like,
Oh yeah, not like this.
Not like this.
We just did it right there. Like you should see, and it's just like the fucking it's just like the when what's his name snapped his fingers. When Thanos snapped his fingers, that's Gruden snapping his fingers, and niggas are just turning into dust. Right now, this is Card going. I don't want to go. I don't want to be Spider-Man. I don't want to go.
Man.
I don't want to go. I'm sorry. And he turns to dust, and all that's left is Vegas. Sorry, Raider. You asked for this, Raider
That's a
Nation.
long ass flight from London too.
Oh, yeah, they probably on there right now crying.
No, they're back.
Oh well, it was probably a long ass flight. It was silent.
Like they should. They actually. I shouldn't say that. They at this point they should be back. But
Gruden really is. He's trying to make the Raiders great again in his image.
the thing was, they
were only like one playmaker away, man. They could have been really like whatever. Y'all fucked up.
Yeah, I didn't watch any football this week.
I didn't watch it
Marissa and
either,
I were
except now.
enjoying our weekend, and we were watching Netflix, Hulu, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So
And as of right
I
now,
missed everything. But I did catch up with the Stephen A. Smith show this morning, and Mariota got sacked 11 times.
Oh yeah.
really?
Yeah,
God
he
damn.
got beat up.
Is that who's he
10?
play for?
No, that was the second time that's happened to him.
Who's he play for?
And the record, I believe, for that team is 12 sacks.
Who's he play for?
Titans.
Oh, they're
He went
trash.
10 for 15. They're not trash.
They're not trash.
Now
bro,
they're not?
but like, no,
They
they
haven't been trash in
They
years.
haven't been trash. They're pretty good.
Oh yeah, they've been in the playoffs a few times. Yeah.
But it's just like, man, they really
Lyman,
cannot
he must have pissed
protect
off
him
some-
for
It was what,
shit,
10 for
dog.
15 for like 107 yards?
It
or
was something like that.
Damn,
God
he must
damn.
have pissed off the
Something
lineman
like
or
that.
something for them to have him get sacked that many times. Shit.
All I remember was the sack number. Like that's the only thing.
Garbage.
That, like, it stuck with me.
Well, not really
Oh,
them, but
who's-
the band is on right now.
Who's the
Garbage.
Vikings receiver? The white guy.
Thielen.
And some motherfuckers has a 100-yard game in each game through the first 6 games, and he's the only person in NFL history to do that.
It's crazy.
Shit.
Good for him.
That's wild.
That is wild.
Yeah.
And everybody was saying they
Damn.
messed up signing Kirk Cousins. Their chemistry is...
Oh yeah.
God
Did the
damn.
Vikings
Yeah,
win?
yeah.
Or did they lose again?
I'm pretty sure they won.
I know the Rams won.
Of course they won.
Where were they at?
Shit.
Were they in Denver? Because he was bad-mouthing the Denver defense and saying Vance or whatever the coach's name is, he's going to get let go at some point.
Did he really say that shit?
Oh, he was saying he said he didn't think he was going to be coming back just the way off of how he said the
Yeah, I
defense
think
looked
they
horrible.
probably did.
Damn.
Trash.
If everybody remembers Jalen Ramsey calling out the quarterbacks.
Oh yeah, he was all crying when they got smacked by the fucking
Yeah, I think Dak
Patriots.
was one of the players where I'm not.
Nah, man. Wait, hold on. They got beat by the Cowboys.
Cowboys. My bad.
Not the Patriots.
Well, yeah, whatever.
Was Dak Prescott one of the quarterbacks where he was like, or was he actually high on him?
I think he was on him.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, he wasn't. He showed what an is.
I saw the score this morning, 40-7. I was like, oh, shit.
Oh yeah, the Vikings did win. They played against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
no. Who'd the Rams play against? Was it against the Broncos?
Rams went against
Yeah,
the Broncos. Yeah, they won
Broncos.
them by
Yeah,
3.
By 3.
Damn, they said he said Todd Gurley just ran the whole fucking game.
I wouldn't doubt it, man. I mean, their defensive line is good, but it's mostly a pass rush defensive line, so that opens up gaps.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Awesome. They're going, but I thought we got to know about the game of the week was the Chiefs and Patriots, man.
Before you get into that,
Easily.
speaking of the Broncos shit, I forgot to bring it up last week. Marquette got cut because he got hurt.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's a cold game for these
Cold
kickers,
game
man.
for these kickers, man.
Yeah, as soon as you get hurt, it's a wrap. You done.
Serious.
So I got to get your money. That's why I'm always in support of the players. Get your money.
Yep. And yeah, the game of the week so far, because right now the Niners are in the lead, shockingly, against the Packers in Green Bay. Hey, man,
Shockingly to who?
to me.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Gotcha.
Put that
Oh,
laugh.
no, though.
Put that laugh. Hey.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers still has another 30 minutes.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, because when he adapts, it's like
But
the board.
like I said-
They've adapted.
From the very beginning, I said we're going to be in this game. So far,
What happens if we end this podcast and then it's
Jason,
52 to
look,
24?
man. Just because your
you'll
quarterback
have-
ran off the field
You'll have
crying
lied,
with his
but
tail
you'll
stuck
have
between
lied
his
to me and the
legs,
people
bruh.
because
Like-
you only told half the truth. You just said you were in
Just
it for
one
the first
half.
half.
Because we all one half team. You should know that. We always wake
which
up.
half?
When Harbaugh was there, we woke up in the second half.
Winning games 14-9 and shit like that.
For real.
Hey, win's a win, man.
Hey, those ugly wins though.
Hey, they counted.
They were tight.
12-7.
Man, those were hard. They be scaring me, those games. The Harbaugh years, man, those were heart attacks.
Oh hell! You remember that game against the Lions? Delaney Walker won it on a slant.
Oh,
Yeah, the one that won 14-9 or some shit like that.
yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
I remember when we won in the NFC Championship. I remember it did not dawn on me because I wanted to make sure everything was like no flags, 0-0. We won, and then it was like, oh my god, we won the Super Bowl. Oh my god, we won! What Harbaugh? And now didn't he win against
And then ran into another hardball. Super Bowl.
Big Brother? And then Beyonce tried to help us, turn the lights out, and we came back. Why do you bring up bad memories? Anyway, J. Cole was there too.
You brought it up. I didn't bring it up. You want to brought up the Super Bowl.
Shut up!
So, anyways, game of the week: Chiefs, Patriots.
Oh, that was a great game.
I heard this shit.
Oh,
I heard
my God.
the only reason why the Patriots won was because
A mental
it was
mistake.
a mental mistake, and somehow, some way, they left the game without ever getting called on a penalty by either either side of the ball.
It was a great game. It pretty much, that is a preview of the AFC Championship
It sure looks like it.
because the Kansas City came to play. They should have their heads up and look at these niggas like, we see you. We will see you
Hey,
again.
That honestly had like a Giants feel to me. You know what I mean? Like they lost in the regular season. Mm-hmm. Who knows come postseason?
Because they only won by they won by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah.
So because by a field goal. So
Isn't Eric Berry and who's the other defense? Justin Houston, aren't they still up?
Yeah, they're still not even playing
You
yet.
get one of those guys back.
Yeah,
You ain't got to worry about the
Barry.
defense.
Kansas
You
City.
get Barry back.
Yeah,
That's
you ain't got to worry about the
Yeah.
defense.
And who's the quarterback for Kansas City? Gonna get what's his name?
Mahomes.
Mahomes. He's gonna probably be rookie of the year if he stays healthy.
I would not doubt
He
that at
will
all.
be rookie of the year. That boy's he's a baller.
But then
Yeah.
again,
His voice sounds weird, though.
Saquon Barkley, running
yeah.
back from the Giants. Oh my God! Did
Oh,
you
I
see his
saw-
highlights?
I mean,
Yeah.
he's nice, but if once you
No,
get
dude.
He is
no,
nice.
Beyond nice.
Listen,
Barry Sanders
listen,
nice.
and this
Yeah.
has nothing to do with him. It's the line. Once you get past his highlights, there's actually guys that were taken rounds later than him that have better per rush stats than he does.
No, I
So once
understand what
those,
you're saying.
I'm saying his highlights are great.
But if you
from
look
what
at
everybody's
the
been telling me is
highlights-
once you get past the highlights, that's when he's getting caught for 2 and 3 yard runs and he's stuck.
But when he gets
I mean,
those
that's-
long
I
runs,
credit that to the
everyone
line.
though. You know what I mean? Like not everyone is gonna break for 50 yards, which he did in the last game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I'm putting that more on the line than anything. I'm not
okay.
saying
Yeah,
he's not,
yeah,
I'm not saying he's
yeah,
not a great
yeah.
player. What I'm saying is that just from the highlights, if that's what everybody's going off of, I've seen other cats who were drafted later at running back or don't have buzz as him.
Okay.
Their
I see what you're
stats
saying.
are either similar or just a tad bit better than his.
but I'm gonna put it to you like this, bro. Ability wise, skills wise.
oh, he's got it. Yeah.
No. He doesn't just got it.
he's got
He's
it.
better than AP at that age.
Yeah, he's raw.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's really that fucking good.
Can he catch out the backfield?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, he can.
Like the way he was avoiding tackles was Barry Sanders ish. Like he's raw.
Like
It's a damn shame
I'll show you, man.
It's a damn shame they fired that coaching staff to keep Eli Manning. It's a damn shame.
Yeah,
Giants might
really
need a
though.
quarterback soon, and there's this little afro.
Mike, shit.
There's an afro, black quarterback. Light skinned kind of. He's just chilling, waiting, taking a knee, and just waiting.
Yeah, he put
Still
out those black jerseys.
watching
too.
kids.
Did you see them?
Yeah, I saw him.
Those shits are nice.
They're nice, but they ain't the Niner
I was
ones.
watching Eric Reed's kids.
It don't matter. Like I mean,
Hey,
I know
hey,
what you're saying. I
yeah,
know what you're saying.
yeah.
But those black jerseys are fucking raw, dude.
I know, but it'd be nice if it was
Even
Niner
the
logos
logo
on
in the
there.
front, that CK7, that's just sick. I fucked with it.
That's cool.
gonna buy one of them
Any
motherfuckers.
baseball news?
Nope.
No.
I gotta say-
the Dodgers are losing.
I gotta say, it's always funny to watch the timeline when the Yankees lose.
Oh yes,
God,
It's
it is
fucking
beautiful.
hilarious.
It is
Round of applause.
beautiful for everyone that's not a Yankee fan. Just roasting New York City as a whole. When the Yankees you lose, we got more rings. Yeah, but when y'all catch that L, it's so beautiful of how emotional you motherfuckers get. I don't even watch baseball like that, but when you niggas lose in the playoffs or postseason, even the World Series, it's beautiful.
That more ring shit is always funny, especially when you get into football and baseball. It's just like, You bragging on rings that were out when segregation was around. Shut the fuck up.
Well, damn. I didn't...
Shit.
Fuck out of here.
Y'all were repping fucking rings when Prohibition was going around, bro.
Yeah. Niggas couldn't even get tipsy at the turn up.
Niggas getting lynched.
But you want to brag about the celebrations and shit. Y'all motherfuckers couldn't even drink at your celebrations.
Y'all niggas were celebrating
is-
rings when niggas were getting lynched. Fuck out of here.
All I know
That
is
took it too far.
it's game 3 of the NLCS. Dodgers are down 4-0, and it's the 7th inning. So I'm happy right now. You know what I mean?
Who they
I'm
going
good.
against?
The Niners. What?
Who they going? No, the
Oh,
Dodgers.
I thought you said who am I going against?
No.
I'm like,
Who they
come on,
going
bro.
against? Who the Dodgers going against?
Nah, the Brewers.
Okay.
Is game
Yeah.
3 or is game...
This is game 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, see,
it's
I was...
1-1.
It confuses me because all of their series aren't the same across the board. Like, you have the play-in game, and then the first series is best out of, 5?
Yes.
And then after that, that's when they're best out of 7.
7-7.
So
Yeah.
right now, this series is best out of 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we just continue on because I kind of want to let's wrap this up quick because I got to watch the second half. Denzel Curry.
Yeah, he was on the Breakfast Club. I want to give a round of applause to Denzel Curry. He spoke his truth. And he was on the Breakfast Club. They asked him about, I don't know how they got to his childhood, but supposedly they said it was a rumor. He confirmed that when he was a child, he was molested.
Damn.
And
That sucks.
I watched that, and what I took from it was, this is empowering because there's a lot of people who have gone through that in their younger lives and even older lives. Just molestation. So I want to give him a round of applause for that because I feel like that was something that people needed to see, needed to hear. Mm-hmm. And I believe that that's going to help them in coming forward in light with their situation. So
Good for him.
yeah, round of applause for him. Jim Jones has stated that Dipset will be dropping their reunion album on Thanksgiving. They're going to call the album Diplomatic Ties. And then they got a documentary dropping a week later.
These niggas always come together and then break up, come together and break up. Y'all niggas need to make up their damn
As long as they got the music, I don't care.
I mean, but if
break
it's-
up right after
if
it
it's
drops.
If it's the track list, like how he showed it, whatever, and they're not all on one track, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that.
That's fine with me, because if you remember Hey Ma and all them joints, it was only Cam and Joel's.
No,
I
you're
never
right.
really cared about Dipset.
Jim Jones was always pretty much like the lone wolf. And
yeah.
Freaky Zeke was never on no damn track
Yeah, he
except for
wasn't
talking
on
on the
shit.
skits. So
Yeah.
He was like yayo. But I mean, I never really cared about Dipset like that. But y'all niggas could like him. So
yeah, shout out to the Dips.
Lil Zane said nigga, huh?
Lil Xan.
Zan.
Is that the white boy?
Yep.
There goes Aaron. And caught that shit. Yep, that's Aaron Rodgers for you.
Yeah, Lil Xan said nigga, and he got into an argument at the food court, wherever mall he was at.
I mean, I don't even know, man. Is he Mexican or some shit? Because if he is, I want to
He
slap
looks
him.
white.
I know he looks white, but I know
He's
a
white.
lot of people who look white that ain't white.
Logic looks white.
Prime example.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, all right, bro. Like, for sure.
Terrence J.
Terrence J, this is just funny. Terrence J got into an accident, and they got it on camera, and he's running away with a woman. The problem is, it's not his woman, because his woman was out overseas.
Oh, so he thought he was gonna get caught. He should have just ran out the car and left her.
And I forgot what her name is. But the reports
know.
came out about
Her
it.
IG is like Golden Barbie or something.
Yeah.
Man, one of them IG thoughts, huh?
And the reports came out about it, and then she just cleared up and was like, I just want to set the record straight. I was not in an accident. I was on vacation. I'm going to be taking a leave from social media.
Oh,
And I was all that. I
damn.
was like, damn. I read right through that. Because that message wasn't even for the millions of people just being nosy. That was for that nigga Terrence J.
yep.
Yeah, no.
That nigga better go run to 106 and Park and hide.
Go to the storage room, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Go to set, get yourself a blanket,
Everybody.
sleep on them seats. Yeah, just stay the fuck over there.
Here they come.
I want to give a round of
Ooh,
applause
nice
for,
defense. Round of applause to the defense.
round of applause for the Bay Area's Kaylani.
This was random as hell when I logged on and saw this shit.
Yeah, Kaylani is 4 months pregnant.
I thought for the longest time I thought she was with a female,
She was.
and she called her twin. And then all of a sudden, I just see this, and I remember someone posted the shit from what Birdman said. I fucks with niggas too. I was like, all right. 4 months pregnant. She says it's by her best friend, who's I guess bi, because she called into Queen Radio.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you called her Queen Radio. That's what side you on, huh?
She looks extremely happy.
Yeah.
Like, she looks very, very happy, which is something, actually, if you've been paying attention to Kalani for, like, the last year or so, this looks like she's been going through some stuff.
Yeah, a lot of shit.
So,
Good for
shouts
her.
out to her and her boyfriend. She's calling him her boyfriend. Shouts out to both of them.
She calls her best friend. That's what she calls him. And I guess they've been together. And I don't know. It's just weird because every guy she gets with, she calls him like her soulmate and shit. So I guess this is the real soulmate for now.
And when you plant a
Until they
baby
break
inside,
up.
Yeah, I said this shit. And I was going like,
when you plant a baby inside, and one thing that I never get is motherfuckers are always like, I guess I'm stuck with it for 18 years. Like, my nigga, shit doesn't stop after the 18th year. Like you
still your
understand, you
kid.
still got to go to college, you still got to deal with grandkids, you got like, what are you talking about? But
But it's still random. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, she got knocked up. It's funny. Everyone started making them jokes like, who's the baby daddy?
yeah, they started putting pictures of
Kylie and
of
Pete, Party Next
Door, like looking all shocked and. But that's not all. That's not the only reason why she was in the news. So Ja Rule went to Instagram and said, "Yo, if y'all want me to drop this record that I got with Kehlani,
He said it on Twitter too.
and on Twitter, I need 1 million followers, and I'm gonna drop this record." And I was like, "Nigga, I don't think you know how the internet works."
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. And you're not as hot. You're not popping like that.
First of all, I don't even think you could get 1 million motherfuckers that want your gourmet sandwiches.
Or go to your festival.
Yeah, like I don't think 1 million motherfuckers want your gourmet sandwiches, and you probably passing those out. So I don't even think it's people. They just gonna be flocking and hitting that like button. Then they actually went serious. Then they went and looked at how many people he has, and then that's when they started roasting this.
How
nigga.
many does he have?
Because he got like 200,000 or something like that. Which I mean, it's
That's good.
for somebody of his
yeah,
stature.
for his
He's
stature,
not
nah.
he's not an artist of this age, so that's cool. But it's when you start factoring. Oh, so you want 1 million people to follow you, and you only at.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Not only that,
Yeah.
and then what makes it even more funnier is that Kalani went on Twitter and was like, "Yo, that's my record."
Yeah.
And then Ja apologized. And then there's a 50 Cent joke in there somewhere.
That's it. We just the joke is, hey, I signed with Stars, motherfucker. I've been busy.
Yeah. Also, and I guess in breakup news, since Kalani's getting a baby, Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson broke off. They called off their engagement. Which I was like, I wasn't that surprised, to be honest, because he's been doing some questionable shit. And you know, there's a track on her album called Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
That makes it funnier. And I guess she's been kind of, going through a lot with the death of Mac and all the other shit, so.
That was the first thing that came to mind. I was like, don't tell me Mac passed ultimately for nothing. But then there were reports, then I had to remember when he did pass and all those women were posting these heartfelt soliloquies about him. Mm-hmm. And they weren't just the typical friendship women. Like, they were going and I was like, he was good. he lived it up.
he was in love with her though, man.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're still in relationships. Y'all remember a few months back when Fabulous broke his girl's teeth and shit? Allegedly. Well, yeah, they tried to drop the case. They got back together secretly because ever since then they've been on the low. But
Well, they didn't get together secretly.
I mean, but they're not on social media. They haven't really been posting that much. They've been kind
Right.
of more private.
Well, at least on Twitter and stuff.
Twitter and
Fab
stuff.
posts on IG all the time.
Yeah, still.
Yeah, he posts all the time.
Oh, I think I haven't followed him because I got tired of seeing the same old shit he'd been posting. Anyway, he reported that was it district attorney?
Yeah, so this was it New Jersey?
Think so.
Yeah.
So he's got four charges for felony domestic violence by the grand jury. Now, a lot of people are trying to figure out if he and what is it, Erica B?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it Emily?
Emily
B.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's what I thought it was.
Emily
Yeah.
B. So a lot of people are trying to figure out if they actually got married because, of course, you can't testify against your spouse. What ends up coming to light in some instances, I guess, like better words, is even though she withdrew her claims.
District attorney said nope.
No. It's not just about when he allegedly hit her. It also has to do with the video from
That too.
her and her father. So even if she didn't, they're now trying to speculate, and they're probably for all intents and purposes, his dad probably still has the claims.
They
out.
said the dad's gonna probably testify for him. I read that report.
Right. So it's something about
messy.
it's something we're just going to have to keep tabs on because we're going to have to
Yeah.
see how this plays out. I know 2 of the charges likely aren't even going to stick because all this occurred on his property. So the threats that he was making.
And then
If you go back and, because again, when you're dealing with stuff like this, you have to figure out which jurisdiction allows what.
yeah,
So if you do something on somebody's property, it's not as simple as making threats, because when you're on your property, you have every right to tell somebody, get the fuck off my property.
yeah.
But like I said, we're
They for breaking that Law and Order shit down.
Hey,
Yeah, I know.
hey, you gotta educate sometimes, man.
I get it.
But yeah, that's something we'll be keeping tabs on
Other
for
shit.
sure. Which I didn't write down, but this goes back to Vic Mensa.
You see, the interview comes out. No, not the interview. The freestyle comes out tomorrow. So I'm kind of staying out of that shit. I'm just keeping my opinion about it shut for now.
But he's gone on, and of course he apologized. Did we talk about how he apologized, or just the fact that he did it while his mom was there?
Just the fact that the apology came out after we dropped it.
Yeah.
Now I get his stance. I'm not arguing against his stance. It's everything that's happened afterwards, which is okay, bro. We understood when Triple X was alive, you still had issues with it and all that. Like, that's fine. The man's dead. Let it go. Like, you're going at somebody that isn't around to defend themselves. Number 2, you're this upset about everything, but you're not using yourself as an example of this domestic abuse situation when you went on air and stated that you choked out your girlfriend or your girlfriend at the time.
He also said that he went out and got help, and he regrets doing that shit and all that crap.
Right. Which is fine. However, what doesn't help is then you go to Instagram and then you start telling cats, if you got a problem with what I have to say, fight me. Which means that you're hiding behind this cause to just take shots at a man who's dead. Because if
That's what it sounds like.
Because if you're writing for the cause, you're not going to be entertaining all that kind of stuff.
Vic Mensa is just weird. As I've said it, after the whole academic shit, he's just kind of just a Seymour there to me. Good artist, but he's a Seymour there. And not to take anything from Triple X, I'm not saying anything with him. It's whatever. Musically, you're cool, but he's Chris Benoit to me. So it's like, whatever with that shit.
And like I said, from the time he passed, I get it. I understand. However, my issue with Vic is, again, don't use something that requires really heartfelt attention, but you're using it to just continue your vendetta against somebody who's no longer here.
You know what's even more fucked up is how not ESPN, BET is gonna fucking air the shit unedited so they can hear what he said.
Right.
Because if they were real about it, they would have just edited it, but they know it's gonna get traction and ratings because no one really watched the beat. Yeah, for that award show in particular.
Right.
But whatever. So, also, if we just move on, I know you felt the way about this. I saw it on Twitter, but they announced that there's going to be a hologram of Amy Winehouse.
That's whack.
See, I can take Michael, Tupac, the rest. Yeah, y'all need to chill on that shit.
No, it's not that there's going to be a hologram. There's going to be a full-fledged fucking tour with this hologram.
Wow,
of Amy Winehouse.
Wow.
Wait, what?
They're planning on doing a full-fledged hologram tour.
It's the start to raise fund and awareness for her foundation and shit, for charity. And people will go to this shit too.
All right.
That is whack.
Yeah.
But, holograms
and I'm not saying it's whack because it's Amy Winehouse. I loved Amy Winehouse and her music when she was around. God rest her soul.
Yeah.
This, like the Tupac thing was whatever because it was like a 10-minute.
That was amazing. That gave me goosebumps.
It was like a 10-minute or less. They're trying to do a full-fledged set with this.
They were thinking about doing that with Michael and Pac when they saw just when they saw the reaction they got. They were thinking about doing that because they know they can make money off that. But at the end of the
whole tour with Pac
and Michael, I remember that. But then after that, at the end of the day, when we really look at these holograms, then they're just impersonators, and all they did was digitize their face. That's all they did.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's like a video game. You're gonna go. I mean, they do that with fucking like anime. Like people sell out tours to watch fucking anime artists perform. That's real though. That's actually happened. And niggas are idiots, and they will go out and see this shit.
Prince said it. Prince said while he was live, "Don't do that demon shit with me."
Prince ain't alive, and I saw one of his fucking what's it called? What was the song? "Let's Get Crazy" get played for a what's it called commercial, like a Dodge commercial or some shit.
Oh no, he was just speaking on the hologram.
It could still happen, man. He gone.
Like don't. But remember when the rumor came out with Justin Timberlake, you saw what happened. So
and they still say "suck it" and come see it, and people will go see it.
And they ain't gonna be the Prince fans. They gonna be out that motherfucker, right? Yo, you don't really hear about the Purple Rain fanatics and all that, but
you know what I found out they call Michael fans with stands? They call them moonwalkers.
It's not a bad one.
That's not tight.
I know. I was like, that's pretty dope. Guess I'm a moonwalker. Ish. Yeah, you said it.
And then finally, last but not least,
someone tried to pull an Emmett Till, man.
some more shit that you can't do while black. I forgot to put another one on here, so we'll lead off with that. You can't live in a residential area without checking in with a white woman who claims that she's threatened by your existence and then follows you all throughout the complex. I forgot the gentleman's name because, again, I forgot to write it down, but that took place. The young lady found herself, she actually worked for another apartment complex. They saw the video, they fired her ass, got her up out of there.
Of course.
So you can't be black and live in your own residence without checking in with a white woman first. And then, to make matters worse, you can't be 9 years old, walking around in what I took to be a bodega, because it was tightly cornered, and have your backpack brush up against a white woman without her looking at you and then claiming sexual assault.
I saw the video of that, and as soon as he brushed right past her, she turned around hella quick and was looking at him, and then she called the cops. And at first, she was going to double down and say, "No, I'm still standing firm with it," even though the video came out. And then she apologized because she knew she fucked up. She was going to pull an Emmett Till on that boy.
Did you see what she did, though? She pelvic thrust against the little boy. Not against him, but she pelvic thrusted towards him.
This 9-year-old boy.
Yeah.
When you look at the video,
Come on,
he's just
man.
walking. He's literally just walking out with his mom, and she kind of just bends over and
impersonated a cop. So this is Teresa Sue Klein, who I think what the fuck's the nickname they're calling her?
Cracker.
No, it's corner store something.
Oh God.
But anyways,
I apologize.
But yeah, so what she's saying is she goes, "Young man, I apologize," but she's still trying to seek legal counsel against his mom because she's like, his mom threatened me. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. You're accusing her son of doing something, one of the most vile things known to man, and you think it's just, that's how it's going to be.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
The thing that gets me is she impersonated a cop, too.
She tried.
If you remember, when she's on the phone, she's like, "I'm a cop." And it's like, well, first of all, where your cuffs at? Cops I know don't leave without cuffs.
Yeah.
You may not have the piece on you,
right?
But I know the cuffs is there.
Right.
White privilege, man. That's what they tried to do.
Speaking of white privilege, did you hear about that old man that shot at that kid?
Yeah.
Yep. And then he got arrested.
Yo, he got found guilty. I was just looking at that.
Too.
Yeah.
And they said they would have never been able to have the grounds if it weren't for his own fucking video on the porch that used.
You can't even ask for directions.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can't be black and miss the school bus and then ask for directions.
And this is why, people, I get really irritated when I see someone wearing that fucking hat. That MAGA hat. Because that's what he represents. That's what that whole ass nigga in office represents. So to see, like you say, Kanye, wear that hat, it makes me angry. So do better. Yay.
Yeah.
And on that note, why do I have to end it like that? On that, well, Niners are winning for now. That's a kind of happy note, but
we still got.
It is on the Twitter. Ooh. It is on. You can hit me if anyone's following me. 'Cause I know you Drake fans are following me. So follow me on Twitter. It's Mr. Busby 4 lowercase OH, and Instagram Mr. Busby. Follow the iLLogical Sense podcast on Instagram as the iLLogical Sense and the iLLogical SP.
And on Twitter.
And
then hit me all over my social media, all across the board. JC No Heights. And then, once again, every Wednesday night, Thursday morning, check out the Throwback Thursdays. Just hit me up on Any other streamings you can find.
All of them.
All of them, shit.
There's gonna be more soon. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, the way things are going.
Yeah.
Right?
Might even be label a brand.
Yeah, and you can find me on all my social medias at Beats Be Killing Them.
Nice catch. Beats be killing them.
Beats be killing them, and I'm getting sidetracked by this damn game, so it's time to go, bruh.
Yeah. Do better. Yay. That's my last word.
Peace.
And that's my TED Talk. Fuck Jed, you're right.